What is going down, y'all? Welcome in the Most Underrated podcast. You already know, broadcasting from Most Underrated Studios. I'm your man, Thomas the Franchise, the homie Dow Palantonio, chilling across from me. Dude, Black Cat Cadillac, yeah. When you told me you went to the show last night,
so sick.
For one, I was like, why are you going to shows? Because you're sick as hell.
Yeah.
Which I thought I gave you, but you're having some different symptoms than what I had.
Yeah.
And I'm still having mucus issues. So I don't think we got the same shit.
No muci here.
No muci.
You know muci?
No.
No? Me either.
That's like
Never heard of her.
mucus in plural.
Yeah, I think so.
Muci.
Muci.
Like
yeah.
the Winklevoss
Probably
twins.
mucus would be plural, but muci sounds good.
Oh, mucus.
Mucus.
Well, you know how you remember that movie The Social Network with the Winklevoss twins?
Oh, yeah.
That first founded Facebook.
Totally.
People call them the Winklevi. That's how you say it. So that's why I was like, when you said the muci, I was like, wait, is that correct, or are you messing with me? Or do you not know what you're doing?
It could make sense.
The muci, the Winklevi. Anyway, forget it. It doesn't matter. Welcome to the show, guys. If this is your first time tuning in, man, we have timestamps for everything down below, so you can jump around to different topics. You can pick up where you left off. Please click the thumbs up button on the video, man. I don't care if you've watched the first 10 seconds or you're 30 minutes in. Just click the thumbs up video or the thumbs up button for us on there. Helps us push this out to more people and grow the cast. So Dow went to the show last night. If you don't know, this is Rancid. And when you said you went to Rancid, I was like, I don't know what that is, Dal. I don't know who that is. I don't know what's going on. You're like, oh, look up the song Time Bomb, guy. You know. I was like,
Yeah.
I know. Look up Time Bomb. Of course I know. And I was like, dude, I think I heard this song for the first time when I was about 12. And it was when the very first rollerblading video game came out for PlayStation 2.
What was it called?
Grind Session? I want to say Grind Session. Google Grind Session. See if anything pops up. I think it was called Grind Session. And it was on PlayStation 2, and it was like a rollerblade. It was like one of the first rollerblade video games, kind of like how they started coming out with Tony Hawk and Dave Mirra BMX and all that shit.
It was on the PlayStation.
Grind Session, PS2, and I was up on there, dude. I was up on it heavy. Was Grind Session, was it skateboarding or was it rollerblading?
Well, this one doesn't match up though with the dates. This Grind Session, this was a skateboard, so this is the wrong one.
So I did have Grind Session. That was a skateboarding one similar to Tony Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, that song, Time Bomb, was in the rollerblading joint, and it was one of the first.
Was it?
Or it was the first time I heard that song.
Yeah, because that album came out in 1995.
Aggressive Inline.
Aggressive Inline.
That's what it was called.
Hell yeah!
Damn it, dude. Aggressive Inline. So it was on that video game. I'm pretty sure it was that video game. Maybe it was Grind Session. I'm not sure, but it was one of those skating games.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time I heard it. And you know how when you play a video game so much, you just start falling in love with the soundtrack? Like, do you guys have any video games like that from when you were a kid?
You bet.
They were like, oh, man, I didn't even know any of those songs till I got that video game, and now I know everything.
Dude, I was the same way. Check it out. Remember, do you ever remember Dave Mirra's game for the GameCube?
Of course, dude. Of course.
Muzzy and I, dude, we played that game to the death of us when we were playing at Woodward at the camp.
The Woodward camp,
and that long grind rail, dude,
yeah.
that you had to grind. Do you remember the Gangstar?
Oh, yeah.
That hip-hop group came up there, dude. I loved that, dude.
Which Gangstar song was it in there?
I'm trying to remember what it was called, actually.
Was it older or was it newer at the time? Was it like a throwback at the time?
It was a throwback still, I believe. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it, dude.
That was so good, man.
I'll look it up. I think the OG Tony Hawk was one of those for me because that was the first game of its kind.
Yeah, it was Moment of Truth. That's what it was. Gangstar.
There you go.
Moment of Truth.
Let me find it. Let me pull that up.
I was a Tony Hawk kid.
Dude, the very first one, where you were really young though.
Yeah.
When the very, very first one came out. Were you still playing it though?
Yeah.
On OG PlayStation and N64?
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, the original.
Yeah, it was on N64 and PlayStation.
PlayStation.
OG. Those were the two main platforms. I guess you might have been able to get it on Dreamcast or some other shit.
Totally.
But, it was all about PlayStation and N64. Were you guys PlayStation guys or N64 guys when that came out? I know you were mad young, so it's how old were you at this time?
I was a PlayStation kid, but my brothers played the N64, so like Duke Nukem and all those.
Yeah, Duke Nukem, dude.
I was a Nintendo guy, man. GoldenEye.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, still to me, the best first-person shooter of all time.
Of course.
You know.
Putting the proximity mines, just leaving them around the corner, someone coming around the corner, get their shit blown off.
Sick.
It was awesome.
For sure,
I loved GoldenEye, dude. 007, the very first one, the golden gun. You get the golden gun, one shot, one kill. It's the deal. That was dope. But yeah, all those games where you had to do GoldenEye wasn't great soundtrack, let's be real. Like it wasn't like a fire soundtrack, but all those sports games, or especially skating games, like whether it was skating or rollerblading, biking, you had to complete levels and you had missions. So you were just on that thing, listening to that soundtrack over and over and over. And the songs would just play through and play through. And I think that was even before you could skip the songs. Like you couldn't even, at one point, I think it was the newer, the next version of Xbox.
Yeah.
You could upload your own music and shit. Or it was the first version of
iPod.
Xbox. I'm sorry. Yeah, you could put your own MP3s and all that shit on there and start doing your own songs. But back in the day, like you either had to,
you had to listen to it.
Yeah, you had to click mute on the TV and put your stereo on,
Yeah.
or you had to just listen to that soundtrack. And I think most of us just listen to that soundtrack, let it get burned in our head. Another one for me is Madden, the 2005 Madden with Ray Lewis on the cover.
Yeah.
I remember vividly playing Rushing Attack until my thumbs were. Rushing Attack was just a game within the game. Like you could just go to training camp and play.
Thing.
Oh, dog! Rushing Attack
camps?
was so fire. Yeah, you go to the mini camp, you just work out your skills, throwing routes, a little 7-on-7 type shit. Dog, those soundtracks on Madden, I could tell you every word, every song, back to back to back to back. And I remember just when I was doing music, wanting my song to be on Madden so bad. Because I was just like, I'll make it. Might get a song on Madden, I'll make it.
That's it.
And I had some instrumental beats that went into some other video games, never Madden, and that was cool. But yeah, man, I just vividly remember that shit. It's crazy how video games just burn certain songs. So yeah, Time Bomb, Rancid. How was the show?
Dude, the show was awesome.
Was it?
These guys, so I mean, obviously, we're talking 25 years plus,
Yeah.
Of this album, Out Come the Wolves. And they didn't play that album necessarily. They played a slew of hits. But it just, man, they're still getting it done. And, as I look at kind of what we do with the podcast, kind of building our own brand, doing our own thing, these guys have done that.
Yeah.
These guys have been there, done that, and they have literally done what they have loved, for so long. And then last night, I wasn't staring deeply into their eyes necessarily, but you could just see that, man, they've reached the pinnacle of what they wanted to be and who they wanted to be by doing this for all these years and having a sustainable career through it. It's incredible, man. And for people to still fuck with them, when music today is not at the height of what music could be. It's a song here, it's a song here, it's an EP here. We're not seeing full albums. We're not listening to albums from start to finish anymore. So it's a different world that we live in, but for these guys to still be out and touring, and they did 2 nights. They did Saturday night and Sunday night. And I know Saturday night sold out for sure. I can't be too sure of Sunday night.
What was the venue?
It was at the Ogden.
Oh, okay.
So downtown.
I love that venue because it's intimate enough to where you can get close, but it's not too tiny.
Yeah.
But
you're still tasting the sweat of other people.
oh, dude,
No
if
doubt.
it's a packed out house, you're definitely.
You're getting sweat beads in your eye.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Did you and I see someone there?
We saw Macklemore there.
Macklemore, that's who it was, dude.
saw
Before he
Macklemore
blew
there.
up,
Yeah,
we
dude.
saw Macklemore at the Ogden. What does that place seat? 500?
Ish. I think they made it a little bit bigger, so
you
it
got the
might
decks
be
up top a little. Yeah.
It might be close to
Ogden's
6.
They might be close to 1,000.
Oh,
Is
no
it?
shit. Okay.
Yeah,
With
that's
that
one of the bigger
new
ones.
with that new design, it might be.
Okay.
I still only go to where I usually
Yeah,
go,
yeah, yeah.
like close to that pit, that first row, right behind the pit. That's usually where I stand. But yeah, the balcony is pretty big now, dude.
So the who was playing last night? Rancid and then
yeah,
another band?
it was a hell of a lineup. There was a four band set. Iron Regan was number 1, and then the English Beat was number 2. Dude, they have been doing things for years. I mean, I think they've been touring for now damn near 25, 30 years. So the English Beat, really cool. So a lot of ska, a lot of punk, and then this Iron Regan, dude, I wasn't very familiar with them, but they're like super hardcore, like super heavy rock, dude.
Oh,
like
okay.
almost metal.
Yeah.
So that was kind of weird, but it worked. You had a lot of different people there for a lot of different reasons, but the ska and punk, there's so many elements to ska and punk, whether it's hard, whether it's soft, whether it's kind of surfer, wave, there's just a bunch of different influences within that. So it actually worked really well. And then Pennywise and the headliners were Rancid. So, dude, a great show, man. It took me back to the, early 90s where I, the pinnacle of what was me for music. Because at that time, 95.
When did those bands come out? I was going to say.
So 91 is when Pennywise.
What's Pennywise? One of their big hits. I don't.
Yeah, they have a couple hits. So Fuck Authority is kind of their biggest,
Okay.
arguably. And then they have this song called Bro Him, and it's kind of like a sing-along that has been known for the crowd to have a lot of participation, involvement in that when they tour. And that's how they always end their show, with Bro Him.
Okay.
So they also have a song called Alien, which is super huge. But, dude, they're really just like, go against society, go against the power, fight the power of the people. They're very political, so I don't really get into that too much. But, man, they can play some mean power chords.
Is it still all the same from when they first started? Are they still as politically charged and as
if not
the
more.
same kind of
If
okay
not
as they've
more.
gotten older?
Yeah,
okay.
you know,
because you see people kind of change. Like they're a certain way when they're younger.
Yeah,
they're maybe a little crazier. They're maybe a little whatever, and then they mellow out as they get older, or maybe their views change a little bit. You see some of that with bands, especially with music.
Yeah, look at U2.
Yeah,
they were really never political when they first came out. You know, with the Joshua Tree. But I mean, I think with you had a lot of wars, right, in Ireland, where they came from, you know, with the IRA, which was what they used to call the Irish Rotten Apples, but that was kind of their like military there.
Yeah.
And they would just be making bad decisions for the people, that kind of stuff. So they had some politics within their music early, but man, Bono just got way political and almost turned into like just one of those guys who goes to other, you know, countries and helps them out and donates a lot of his money in charitable organizations that he created and things like that. Pennywise is a lot like that, but they're just more political with their words and like how we want to, you know, unite and go against the corporate power and corporate regimes and take them down. They're more of that aspect. So there's different types of political views within music, but they're easy to listen to just because they're hard. They're not trying to deliver this message, but you hear the message through this music, so it doesn't feel forced.
Gotcha.
Right. So
did you have being sick?
Yeah, being
at the
sick.
show. 4 bands.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like just a couple bands.
Yeah.
So you were basically at like Ozfest out there all
totally,
night.
totally.
What time did you get there?
We got there about 7:15.
And what
is
time
when
did you
we got
leave? At night?
Yeah, dude. Rancid probably played for an hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer than that. I think we walked out of the venue somewhere between 11:15 and 11:30 at night.
Jeez.
And then we had to get some food, man. You know, so we hit the Viva Burrito, got some shitty like low class Mexican food that was super cheap. But dude, it's like the best hangover food. And I wasn't hungover or anything. I had a couple beers. The sickness didn't bother me. You know what bothered me? My back. Dude,
oh, yeah,
standing in one place, dude, for that long. So let's just say I stood for a 4-hour time frame. Wasn't able to sit down. Not a lot of movement, right? Just stagnicity, standing.
Yeah.
Dude, my back was
Killing
killed, dude, for sure.
Oh, it sucks,
killed.
dude.
But the good news is I got PT today. I got an appointment.
I know, dude. Yeah, you got to...
right after the cast.
We got to hustle this show along. Yeah, we started a little late today, trying to get the production stuff together. I feel like I said, I mean, we're kind of... Each show is going to get a little bit better, production-wise, quality-wise. It's almost like we're in a weird spot where we had the cast like at a high-quality level because we worked hard to get it there, you know, from all the steps and transition we made. And then we got it there, but then we're like, the editing and all this stuff, the way we were doing it, the way we were getting it to the high-quality level was just not efficient. It wasn't efficient for our time. It wasn't efficient for the way we want to try to grow this business. So now it's almost like we clicked restart in a way, like in a weird way, and now we dropped the quality down a little as we're revamping and trying to get it back to top quality while doing the show live so we can have the best of both worlds.
It's almost taking 2 steps backwards to get forward, right? You know, we're having to kind of go back a little bit, peel back the curtain, kind of change some things, add some things, and do things different. But at the end of the day, it's going to be better for our audience, and it's also going to be more productive for us, giving us more time, you know, more options to have interactions from our people.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Yep.
There's no doubt about it.
Little Paula Cole. One
Yeah.
step forward, 2 steps back.
Oh, I like it.
Is that Paula Cole?
I don't know. I know Sarah McLachlan.
I thought he was quoting that Nipsey video you were showing us earlier.
Thought about it.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
That was inspirational. Did you guys see that on my socials this morning?
Yes, of course I did.
Wow.
I've seen just a ton of inspirational Nipsey shit. Like,
dude,
that
just how he talked about the marathon, and the reason why he called it the marathon was because people weren't messing with him, dude. People weren't believing in him. And at a time where he didn't even believe in himself. And he's just like, dog, this is the marathon. I just had to keep on pushing, man, because nobody was going to get me where I wanted to get. It was me. It was all on me. And it was like kind of him against the world, some Tupac shit a little bit. Dude, just super inspirational, man. This guy was an entrepreneur. This guy was a visionary. Man, ripped in Nipsey, dude. Good guy.
I wish I would have. I wish I would have just been more. And I mean, this happens a lot. I'm guilty, you know, of not. I wish I was more up on his shit while he was here.
It's almost like we tune in a little too.
Yeah. I think a lot of us do that, dog. Like, with a lot of things, I think we can all be guilty of that, and I'll definitely admit that I'm guilty. I wasn't the biggest, like I wasn't up on Nipsey. I've told you guys the past couple weeks we talk music shit. Like I'm not up on the newest music, dude, I had to put Paula Abdul on because it's Opposites Attract.
Oh, yeah,
I said
nice.
Paula Cole.
Oh, dude.
It's
Paula
Abdul.
Cole. What are we doing? Going to the Lilith Fair?
Yeah, is that In the Arms of the Angel?
No, it's not Sarah McLachlan.
What's Paula Cole?
Damn, I can't even think of a Paula Cole song. Hold on.
It doesn't matter. Anyways.
But Paula Abdul, who's who?
Paula Abdul, Opposites Attract. But going back to Nipsey, dude, I just feel like the stuff he puts out is so inspirational, and oftentimes we're guilty of not tuning in the time, not being present. You know what I mean? Like just being like, oh, it'll always be there. Well, I'll be able to go back and get it. And as I get older, I feel like more and more these, whether it's people dying or people around me, like shit happening, I just want to be more and more present. I want to try to be more and more present in the moment of what's going on instead of so I can go back and do it later. Because I think the mistake that I see all of us continue to make, feeling like we have more time, just feeling like, oh, we'll get to it later, man. We all got more time on this earth. We're all going to be here. It's just going to happen. It's going to happen for me. And that's kind of what the Nipsey shit is showing me every week. I swear I see something new. I see a new video clip, a new audio clip. I hear a new song, just something that inspires me from that guy. And just the one you showed me this morning, talking about the reason I call it the marathon is because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I looked back at this shit a ton of times. Like, I don't think this is going to work. I don't even know if this is going to work. I'm just going blind. I don't really know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm not stopping. It's just continuing. I'm just going to keep going and figure it out as I go. Kind of like what we're doing with this show. So it just reminds me of that in a parallel. Thank you for showing us that this morning. But I think it's just the situation we can all look back and be like, hey, let's be a little more present. Let's try to take advantage of things while they're here, while they're going on.
I know my relationship would sure appreciate that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do know. What
no shots to Robin, man. That's honesty, dog. That's
anything new on the front over the weekend?
The relationship is in a good spot, man. Jumping on her insurance tomorrow.
Nice.
Mine expires at the end of the day.
Relationship's in a good spot.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
on her insurance.
I'm on her insurance, man. We're officially a domestic partner through insurance as of tomorrow.
Nice.
So how about that, man? Mine expires today. By the way, I got a shit message from T-Mobile not even a month after I quit. Remember, my last day was the 6th. Got a shitty message from those guys saying, oh, we have just now switched your employee plan to a consumer.
Oh,
not
wow.
even a month.
That's crazy.
Nice.
Like,
I think I at least got a month.
I'm like, F you guys. Jesus.
They're getting you out.
Yeah, man. Shit.
Well, you think that has anything to do with the merger stuff going down?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with merger. I think whoever's running the employee side of the accounts is probably just on their shit, and bill cycles, because I think my bill cycle obviously ended yesterday and started today. So somebody's on their shit, and I can't slap them for that, I guess.
Right. Yeah. What can you do?
They slapped me without a discount today. Tell you that.
No shit. Okay, so you're going to therapy after the show.
Yeah, man.
We got quite a bit for you. We got quite a bit of a show to get done here. So we're gonna do a new segment. We'll get to that in a second. It's going to be called On This Day in History. I think we can just drop some different shit, whether it's sports, whether it's music, whatever. We can incorporate that in the show. I think it's going to be a cool thing. We can kind of just go over some stuff that happened previously, however many decades back, man. If it was big time for us, whether it was an album being released, it was a sneaker being released, something that's big time in what we do. Yeah. We'll kind of talk about that, relive some things. Obviously, we'll talk some football. Your heaters are turning into beaters very quickly here.
I'm about to retire
on the season. So we'll talk some football, sneakers and fashion, YouTube comments.
Yeah. I'm about to get Vontaze Burfict off the cast because of my heaters.
Yeah, dude, did you see that this morning?
Breaking news.
What do you know about that? You can go just hit on that really quick.
Oh, we don't have to. We can wait, but
let's wait. Let's wait.
Let's wait. Save it for football, man.
Let's just start here then. Let's go Lil Nas X. I don't even know why he's on the rundown. Fill me in, Dal. You're like, yo, did you hear about him? I'm like, no, save it for the cast.
Well, I think it's funny, man. I don't want to put a pun in there, but I'm going to put a pun in there. So Lil Nas X said recently that he was going to ride until he can't no more. And apparently, now he can't no more.
What do you mean?
Here's what happened. He came out on his Twitter and said, it's been a wild last 7 months, and I'm ready to take a little time off. Sorry to everyone attending TwitchCon and or the Sandbox Music Festival. I will not be there. So he canceled 2 shows and says, I love you guys, and I will make it up to you in some way. So he needs a break, man. He needs a break from this music. He needs a break from this chaos, and arguably, I understand, I think. He's been in the limelight, dude. He's had features. He's remixed his shit so many different ways. And now Panini obviously hasn't had the success that obviously His previous song did. So yeah, man, I think he just needs a little bit of time, and I think this is good, dude. You look at people like Justin Bieber, you look at people like Kanye, and again, I don't want to compare to these, but people in the limelight, people that have a lot of popularity, and especially somebody like Lil Nas X who came out of nowhere. That's hard to deal with, dude.
I think the guy
really hard to deal with.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You worked all this time to get to this point, and now you're on a crazy run.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Really?
I think the guy's got to get some better friends. The guy's got to get some better people around him, some better advice, and say, hey, listen, my guy, you're really not that talented. You're really not doing that much. Guy. Yeah. You got to take advantage while you're here.
Yeah.
Someone just in his ear. That's why I'm whispering to you guys right now.
Gotcha.
On the mic, because I just want him to get some friends. And someone be a good friend. We all don't have to tell each other we're great all the time and be up each other's ass.
Right.
We can improve each other. We can help each other. That's why I say, hey guys, you got any things you want to any suggestions to make the cast better? I'll listen. I won't always implement everything, but I'll listen.
Sure.
I'm always down to listen. This guy's got to get some friends that'll say, hey man, you're really not that good.
Yeah.
You should probably
let's ride this out, dog.
You should probably do what you said and ride till you can't no more.
Yeah.
Because there ain't gonna be no more pretty soon.
I know.
So I mean, Lizzo's hot on your trail.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and I don't know why.
Whatever the case may be. I don't know why I'm still whispering.
Me either.
But I don't know why you started whispering. Yin Yang Twins. You little whisper song.
Yeah, no shit.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
Nice.
That's what I would say. Yeah. I would say I'm with Jalal. He needs to grind. He just needs to, dude, forget being tired.
Yeah.
You need to get every dollar and maximize every opportunity you can right now, because that's the way I feel. I don't think you're that great. I feel like you caught lightning in a bottle. I don't think you are Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, M. I don't think you have enough musical talent that's going to sustain and carry you into a 10-year career. I don't. So, and you're 19 or whatever. He's very, very young.
You think he's going to be doing state fairs pretty soon? If he doesn't,
for sure, for sure, dude.
Him and Mason Ramsey, the yodeler.
Yes, exactly.
They could do a great. I think that'd be.
He's a little bit different. He's had Billboard hits. He just had like a little viral success.
Yeah,
it's a little more. I'm not saying he's 15 minutes of fame, but I'm saying it's not lifetime fame. You're not going to turn into a lifetime.
Lil Nas X can disappear probably that quick.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Plus, I don't feel like the guy really has a ton of personality. It's not like his personality is that outgoing that keeps him in the spotlight. It's like, oh, we got to have this guy on SNL. We got to get.
That's what is keeping him, because like
his
he's
personality?
been able to work social media so well. Like,
what's he doing on there? I guess maybe I'm not up on it. What's he doing?
He just creates, like, he gets people involved, actually. Like, he has fans creating full music videos for his songs.
Okay.
Like, there was a music video created for Panini off of just like memes and stuff.
Okay.
So he's very good at like engaging people on social media. So we've seen people with way more talent kind of get pushed by the wayside by taking a break too long. So that's what kind of worries me. Even if you are talented, you can get forgotten about pretty quickly.
So you're saying don't take a break just because you think he might get forgotten about and pushed to the side.
At least solidify yourself. Like, all we've gotten is an EP from him so far.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you got to put in 5 solid years and then take a break.
Like, he knocked himself off a Billboard. Like, he was on Billboard and then he knocked himself like off the #1 hit. But you got to solidify something. Give us a project. Give us go on tour.
Well, that's what I feel like. I feel like what I've heard is not. I'm not like. That's why I'm worried. I'm not like, oh man, I don't see this. How is this sustainable success? But maybe what you're bringing up is the point that maybe I'm not in the damn loop and I'm not on social media. I'm not with these 12, 13, 14-year-old kids. That's his fan base. I'm not them, so I'm feeling completely different. I'm looking at it from a YouTube standpoint of a band's.
That's the most fickle fan base.
What is hip hop?
The younger
kids.
Oh yeah.
Oh okay. Yeah.
They'll be on the next wave tomorrow.
Right.
For sure.
I'm thinking back to when kids, when it was me and it was kids my age, they were loyal as shit. Look at the Backstreet Boys, look at NSYNC. I mean, the loyalty was real. These days, I'm looking at it from that standpoint. It's like, oh, kids. But you're putting me up on game like, yeah, kids ain't like that anymore. It ain't like that. Kids are on to the next very, very quickly. And it's probably, you're exactly right. It's because they probably had an iPad in front of their face since 3. And they have no attention. They're
whatever's stimulating
on to the next.
them.
Yeah, whatever's stimulating, whatever's releasing those endorphins.
Yep. Yeah.
That's a great point, dude. I didn't even think about that.
Totally.
That makes me, I think you're right. I would have thought I was right on that. I think you're totally right, dude. He can't take a break. That's the biggest thing. I think, man, I see where you're coming from, Dow, where it's like, you guy's tired, but dude, you're 19. You can't be tired. It's 7 months. It's been 7 months. It's been 7 months of shows and promo and press releases and stuff. You can't be that tired. You gotta suck it up, dude.
Billie Eilish still grinding.
Right.
Still touring.
Yeah. By the way, did you see her on Saturday Night Live this weekend?
I didn't.
Oh, it was terrible, bro.
Was it?
Terrible, but I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, guy.
Yeah.
That Bad Guy song is the worst pile for me. What is that? What is that? And I don't listen to commercial radio. We've talked about this. I'm not Mr. Music on here right now. And so I can't tell you what's good and what's not good.
I like what she's been doing with the visuals. Like the music videos, that's kind of what's been setting her apart.
Okay. So the Saturday Night, did you see the performance Saturday?
I didn't.
All right, here's what happened. Saturday Night Live, she's in like a room. It looks almost like a Sia video.
Oh, okay.
Like she's in like a room, there's furniture, actually I don't even know if there's furniture. It might just be a room with some walls, some shit hanging on the walls. So she's in this room and she's in a terrible outfit, first of all. It's a matching like basketball shorts and like some kind of a top.
She doesn't wear very good. I don't like her style. It's a style, but it's not my style.
Not me, you know. Yeah, well, you know, people would say we're not that fashion forward.
Which
I would agree with you. Fashion forward, not me.
Nah.
Swag, knock your face off. Fashion forward, probably not me.
Yeah.
So she's in this room and she starts doing Bad Guy.
Okay.
She's singing, you know,
Sure.
doing the stuff. Then all of a sudden she's walking on the walls. Like what Jalal said, pretty cool visuals. She's like walking sideways and she's like just walked up on the walls. It's kind of like, I don't know how they're doing it, but she's in the SNL studio and they kind of, just to kind of show you and hey, there's no strings here. They showed that and then they cut back to like an audience view from behind the camera showing the set in the box
really?
that she was in. And it was really weird. Cause they were like trying to show you like,
this shit's real.
we're doing some tight shit.
Is it like
I don't know what we're doing.
Like a rainbow color, like a black shirt with
black, and it's like a bunch of different. Dude, it looks like some stuff you would get at Viva Mart. Like it looked like some shit you'd get at BBB Mart over on Federal.
I'll give him a little look. There's no audio, obviously.
Yeah.
After the debacle.
Oh yeah, with the audio last time. Yeah, I'm hoping this turns out a lot better. But yeah, dude, she's just walking on the wall, upside down, sideways, kind of just
weird.
And so I'm sitting there with my girl, and I'm like, do you like this? Like I'm trying to get a good gauge. Like who's liking this? It's cool. She's like walking on the side of the wall or whatever, but the style I'm not into. The music is terrible. And I just wasn't feeling it at all. So when they zoomed out, it had a band down below in front of her on this, and she's up in this box, which is in that room. And so the setup was kind of cool, you know, for SNL and what it was. But I tried, dude. I tried to give her a couple songs on there throughout the show. I didn't like any of it.
Couldn't give her any fucking credit.
I couldn't. I mean, I wanted to. I wanted to. I wanted to, but I couldn't.
Couldn't do it. For real.
I couldn't do it.
How's she walking on the walls like that?
I don't know. That's
She's
what
just jumping from wall to wall.
I know. That's what I was saying. So like you said, the visuals are pretty cool. Like it's like kind of it's a cool thing, but it's not, you know, well, the music for me was important.
Right.
I didn't like the music. And that's not always the case, man. We talked about this like episode, I don't know, 60. We saw Halsey on SNL last season, and we both were blown away, dude. We came in Monday, we're like, dude, did you see Halsey this weekend? I don't know if you watch SNL, just like out of the blue. We were like, did you see Halsey? I don't know if you caught SNL. And we were both like, oh my God, yeah, I saw, dude. And we were blown away. We thought the performance was great. We thought the music was great. So it's not always like that. Yeah. I just want to be fair to people that are new here. Like, oh, this guy just doesn't like new music. He's old. Like, no, it's not the case, man. It's just not good to me. That's kind of how I'm feeling.
Totally.
Let's move on, man. On this day in history. You got it for us today, Dal.
Yeah, man. We'll take it from here. So this was one of my dad's favorite actors. So there's obviously some things in there. He loved racing cars. He's a young guy. You know, the quintessential smoking a cigarette, you know, next to a car with one leg lifted. Actor James Dean dies in a car accident September 30th, 1955. So
damn,
yeah. So
how old was he?
He was 24 years old, dude. Just at the start, the very, very beginning of his career. Because remember, at the time of his death, Rebel Without a Cause was out, and then Giant, his movie Giant, opened shortly afterwards. So dude, he literally only had 2 movies out, dude. Like just getting in the limelight. You know, he had parts with Marilyn Monroe. He had you know, sounds like he had some relations with Marilyn Monroe. I mean, who wouldn't have at that time? You know?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Marilyn
you know what I mean?
Monroe, yeah.
So this guy, you know, 24 years old, dude, but he was killed in California. He was driving his Porsche when his Porsche hit a Ford Tudor sedan at an intersection. The driver of the other car, 23-year-old, you know, California State University student, Donald Turnipseed was his name. And he was dazed.
Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah, no doubt.
Donald Turnipseed.
I'm trying to get turn up in the seed, you know what I mean?
That's sick.
But
Dallas Turnipseed.
That sounds like the name you're giving the cops when they show up.
Dude. Right.
I'm changing my gram today.
Why wouldn't you?
Dal Turnipseed.
Dude, that's like Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
But
by the way, I don't want to talk about him.
But better.
Yeah, no doubt.
We'll get to him.
But this guy that actually James Dean hit was mostly uninjured, just a little dazed and confused after the hit. He ended up living, I think, till 1981.
Did you say the kind of car?
Yes, the car James Dean was driving was a Porsche, and then the car that he hit was a Ford Tudor sedan. I'm not familiar with the Ford Tudor.
I'm Googling the Ford Tudor because
I never heard of her.
James Dean died in the Porsche.
Correct.
And this man didn't even have any injuries, you're saying?
Yeah. Mostly uninjured, just dazed.
Was he was in a tank? Basically, is what you're telling me.
A Ford Tudor tank, I guess.
Oh, dude, have you seen this car?
No, is it tight?
It looks like a badass roadster.
Really?
Like an old school. I guess what year was the Tudor, guy? Ford Tudor.
It doesn't say the year on here.
That would be tight if I could find the exact car. But it's like everything from. There's a lot of different years though, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
So like they go from this style, really old school, to like the more roadster.
That thing looks all steel to me.
Right.
There's no doubt that a Porsche which is like super lightweight, different materials. No wonder that thing ate up the Porsche.
Exactly. But look at this style. Look at the more roadster style, like the more.
Those are pretty sick.
I know, right? They can make them into some cool shit. The Ford Tudor, a 1934 Ford Tudor. This is a 1938. That one there. So if he was in that one like that, yeah, that's a tank, bro.
I would say
full metal body.
So this was in 55. So I would say that it's
closer,
probably
like it's a newer one.
Maybe I would like to think that it's probably a little newer. So maybe do like 50 somewhere 50 Tudor, something like that, and see what that looks
like. How about 1950s Tudor? Oh, dude, totally different, but even more tanky.
Is it,
dude? Look at this thing, straight beast.
Man, those are so cool. Look at the white walls, dude.
I know.
Look at the grill. And all those grills were all chromed out, all steel. The car was a tank, dude, built with all steel. Super heavy, dude. I mean, I can't even imagine the weight on those things. But
I know.
Those things are fire, dude. Look at the big old headlights on those. That's fire, dude.
What, do you know what kind of Porsche James Dean was driving?
No, it doesn't say which actual Porsche, but dude, so here's what it was. James Dean loved racing cars, and in fact, he and his brand new $7,000 Porsche Spider convertible were on their way to the raceway in Salinas.
$7,000?
Yes, at that time. Yeah.
That's fire. A brand new Porsche, $7,000.
Now, that wasn't the one necessarily that was in the accident.
Okay.
But that was just one of them that he had there.
Looking at some 1950s Porsches, dude, they're pretty sick. They look like Volkswagens, man.
Right.
Because they have those big circle Volkswagen headlights, Volkswagen Bug, and yeah, dude. They look, and even look down to the hubcaps. Look at these old Porsches, bro. They look like roadster
just
versions of Volkswagens.
Roadsters. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And people used to race those, man. Isn't that
incredible? Is dope, right?
Yeah. That's really cool, man.
I don't know anything about cars. I'm not a car guy at all.
So there's an interesting part about this story, So, it sucks that he died, 24, super young, He probably would have died of smoking. Smoking was huge then,
yeah,
of course. You see a lot of posters. You see a lot of pictures of him.
They were promoting it like it was good for your health.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But, there's an interesting thing with this. So rumor has it that James Dean Carr, which he actually nicknamed the little bastard, was cursed. Was actually cursed. So check this out. After the accident, the car rolled off the back of the truck and crushed the legs of a mechanic standing nearby later. So the truck that actually hauled his accident car to the mechanic or whatever rolled off, actually taking the legs out of a mechanic. Later, after a used car dealer sold its parts to buyers all over the country, more strange incidents multiplied. The car's engine, transmission, and tires were all transplanted into cars that were subsequently involved in deadly crashes, and a truck carrying the Spider's chassis to a highway safety exhibition skidded off the road, killing its driver.
Holy shit, dude.
The remains of the car vanished from the scene of that accident and haven't been seen since.
That's crazy.
You know, so like this death was crazy, right? It really affected obviously Hollywood, the community, a lot of people who just really loved what James Dean was doing as an actor, as just kind of this guy that everybody wanted to be like. You know, he was the definition of cool, man, with his poses and smoking the cigarette. Dude, his hair, like the comb back kind of pompadour look, dude. This guy was the shit.
Dude, James Dean, how many people in TV and in movies took their look, their style from James Dean?
Right.
How many, I mean, dude, countless amounts of, how many other artists, tattoo artists, people became James Dean, became like, that was their look, that was their...
Dude, if it wasn't for James Dean, you think Fonzie would be Fonzie?
Oh, dude.
I wouldn't think so.
The homie from Melrose Place.
Oh, dude, Luke Perry?
Luke Perry, when he was young, dude, he looked like Luke Perry.
He was the modern day James Dean at that time.
The 90s James Dean.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
It's just crazy. Isn't he gone too?
He died here recently as well. Yeah, in the last year or two, I think.
Jeez.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It's tough, but
1955,
man, September 30th. So on this day in history.
Nice.
There you go.
Appreciate it, Dal. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
James Dean. Let me. I had Eagles. James Dean going underneath. I've never even heard that song.
Well, if it's Eagles, you can't be wrong.
But yeah, you can't be wrong at all. Let's pull up some NFL music, man, and let's jump into some NFL talk here.
For sure.
There we go. You talked about Gardner Minshew. We've mentioned your beaters, as we're calling them now. They're no longer heaters.
They're definitely beaters.
I mean, once you go 2 weeks in a row this bad, should we wait one more weekend to call them beaters? Are you going to try, next weekend, are you going to actually try to turn them around, or are you going to do another one of these?
I'm going to try to turn it around, but after that, it's officially going to be, the segment goes to beaters, for sure. Thomas is heaters and Dallas is beaters.
Let's
Dallas turnip seed beaters.
Let's go into those really, really quickly. Just the results from the heaters, and then we'll kind of go to the results from the DraftKings as well.
Yeah.
Let me pull up the heaters results here. Didn't go well for my man Dal. He had the Pats -7. Mm-hmm. What was the score there? You have the final scores pulled up?
Let's see here.
It was 16-10.
It was.
So Pats -7. That's a loss for Dal there. Then and let's just kind of go down the list here and talk about these games.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you expect? Obviously, you didn't expect it to be that close because you took the Pats.
Kind
of expecting them to blow them out.
Well, not a blowout, but I mean, is a
lot.
Is a tutty really a blowout? I don't think so, because we look at anybody playing Miami Dolphins.
Right.
That's a whole different conversation of blowout. But back in the day, it seemed like a tutty or more was kind of a blowout in the NFL. But I would agree. I would agree that I knew the Buffalo Bills were coming for their heads, and it's a divisional rival. Buffalo Bills always play the Pats tough. We know that, right? No matter if they play in Gillette, no matter if they play wherever it is. I'm disappointed, man. I thought because with the Patriots reinvented D, again, none of us expected them to be a top defense in the league. Nobody really
I told you Buffalo's better, though. Buffalo's D was better. I told you Brady had struggled in the previous 4 meetings, and Buffalo was better. That should have been enough to say, you know what, Chise, I'm late.
I'm staying away from this.
Because it wasn't like I was on Buffalo.
Right.
I was just kind of like, hey, I can't. The divisional games, when it starts getting up to a touchdown, I don't care. As bad as the Broncos are against the Chiefs, I don't care, dude. It's a divisional game, and those opponents still know each other. As much as I think the Chiefs are going to beat them by 15, I can't take a team at home a team on the road to give up 7 points.
Would that change, though? Because breaking news, Bradley Chubb out for the season, dude.
Yeah.
Torn ACL. When we thought initially it was cramps.
That takes us to your next pick, Broncos -3. That's another L.
Correct.
Broncos yesterday.
Broncos looked great for the what?
First half was
First half
was good. 17-6 at half.
6-ish, yeah.
And then they just fell apart, dude. No, I think it was 17-3. I'm sorry. It was a 14-point lead.
Yeah, even with actually having our first sacks of the season.
5.
Right?
Sacks. Finally coming alive, getting some stuff going on the defense.
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew, my goodness. Do you know this guy? Let me tell you something funny about Gardner.
Hard to take him down.
Do you know his name's Gardner Minshew II, and his dad isn't even named Gardner Minshew?
I did know that.
What
actually,
is that?
Yeah. Where's the first?
Well, I don't know. I don't understand that at all. Yeah. All I see is his dad looking buff as shit in the stands.
Dude, that guy's ripped.
He's so ripped.
I'm scared of him.
But
he looks like a ripped ass Doug Peterson.
Yeah, dude, great call.
A little bit?
Great call
Yeah.
for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Eagles head coach.
Little rip Doug Peterson.
Nice. I like it a lot.
Thanks, man.
So the Broncos just looked terrible in the second half yesterday. They let everything
bad.
slip away. And now with Bradley Chubb tearing the ACL, gone for the year, can we just say it full rebuild mode, guys? Can we just go into full rebuild mode? Can we stop BSing? Can we stop telling people we're trying to win games and do all this shit? Let's just go into rebuild mode, man. Trade Chris Harris Jr., get some value out of him because he's going to be gone this year anyway. I guarantee there's contending teams that are going to have some injuries that are going to need a slot corner or a starting corner for the playoff run. Get Chris Harris Jr. out of here.
Oh, I agree.
You just paid Bryce Callahan a ton of money. Bryce Callahan has not played one game for the Broncos. He injured himself in training camp, and I think that's a lot of our secondary woes because they brought him in from the Bears to really help solidify the defense, and especially with Aqib Talib leaving.
Yeah.
He hasn't been healthy. He hasn't played a game. That's why you've seen Isaac Adams struggling. That's why you've seen the Devontae Bosby coming in, getting a lot of snaps. And I think Bosby's actually done pretty well, a lot better than Yadam did. But it's not Bryce Callahan, and he's struggling there. So I say you get rid of Chris Harris Jr.
Yeah.
You decide what you want to do with Von Miller. You've got Bradley Chubb already. He can be the new Von Miller and for the rest of his rookie contract the next 3 years. And you can decide what you want to do at the end of that point. We'll see how he comes up from the ACL. I don't start Drew Lock. Everyone is saying, oh, just start Drew Lock. Start Drew Lock. Let's get it once he's back from injury. No, let Flacco get killed.
Yeah.
Don't let Drew Lock get killed. The line isn't very good. Honestly, I wouldn't even play Phillip Lindsay a ton because you need to save him.
Yeah.
There's no need in running this guy into the ground for a season where you're not making the playoffs. Run Royce Freeman into the ground.
I would agree.
He has more tread on the tires. It's more of his style to run through the tackles. Just run Lindsay on the screen game. Run Lindsay on the toss plays where you can dip out of bounds.
Yeah.
Take as little as possible punishment.
Let's turn Lindsay into Tariq Cohen.
Right.
I think that's a great option.
Exactly.
And by the way, let's bring up my next point here. That $5 bet of me saying that the Broncos are going to be under a 500 team and you saying they would be 500 or better.
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and pay me that $5 now?
No,
what do you think?
no. What do we? Why would I?
Do you want to go ahead and let this thing play
once
out?
week 8 comes around, they're 0-8.
Yeah.
Well,
Then-
actually,
then
no, we got to 0-9 because they still might be a 500 team at 0-8. They may win out.
Yeah, no doubt.
They
Watch.
might bring Drew Lock in, and the team gets inspired. Look,
Who
I mean,
knows?
dude, you never know. Look at some of these teams where a backup QB comes in, you think they're down the toilet.
Giants throwing in Daniel Jones.
Right.
Redskins throwing in Dwayne Haskins.
Yep.
Look bad.
Look not good. Yeah,
Look
dude,
bad.
he didn't look good in preseason.
Yeah, no.
That's another thing I don't
Did you
understand.
hear-
The
did you
line
hear-
is bad there.
Yeah, did you hear their organization didn't even want him? There's talks now that's coming out about the whole Redskins organization actually not wanting him, but somehow still getting him. And now, like, you have like high ups in the organization like pissed off and
What?
how this whole thing worked out.
No,
So,
I didn't hear
dude,
about that.
There's a lot of issues going on in Washington. I don't want anything to do with them.
Let's
What?
go to your next pick.
Okay.
Chiefs -6.5.
Jesus.
What'd you think of that game yesterday?
Well, I was really, really sad that Mahomes didn't even have a single tutty.
I think a lot of people that took him in DraftKings, including myself,
Thought that same
were
thing.
really, really let down by Pat Mahomes yesterday.
Yeah,
There were so many other options you could have gotten more points out of for less.
It really goes to show you that how versatile the team is. If you can hold Patty Mahomes, big gun, to 0 tutties, and they still find a way to win, that just talks to me about their versatility that team has and the depth that team has. I was really, really proud of them, but man, they really screwed my heaters, my fantasy.
I think the Lions are good, dude. I think they're better than we thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
Matt Patricia, this might be the first Patriots assistant coach or coordinator to leave New England and have some success.
Might have a little
early.
success.
It's
I know,
early.
right?
But they were, 2-0-1 going into yesterday, so now they're 2-1-1.
Yeah.
See, because they got that tie.
Totally. McDaniel sure ate his dick.
Yeah, no.
Brian Flores doesn't look so great.
McDaniels, Flores, Charlie Weiss. I mean, you can go down the list of all those guys,
Weiss.
dude. They're all been terrible. So we'll see what Matt Patricia can do.
Yeah.
Beard, pencil behind the ear. I
Which
always
he never
respected
uses.
him. Right.
You can't use a pencil on what they're writing on, I don't think.
The funniest part of that is Matt Patricia left the New England Patriots, and the Patriots defense got better.
Yeah, no
like
doubt.
a lot better because you know who's coordinating it. Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
Did you see him over there yesterday playing the piano on the sidelines, coordinating the defense? He was like this.
Yeah.
I was waiting for someone to make that into a GIF
Yeah.
because they cut to Bill Belichick on the sidelines and he was looking out on the field and he was doing this. And I was like, what is he doing? Some crazy voodoo hands or like?
Yeah.
And then the announcers right after alluded to it. If there's any doubt about who's coordinating this defense, just look over there on the sideline. You see Belichick doing all these signals.
Yeah.
It was so funny. But dude, I think back to the Lions. I think they're going to be a good team this year.
I think so.
I think Galladay's starting to shine.
Wow.
Stafford's looking better than he has. Hopefully he can just chill with the reckless. He gets a little too reckless with the ball, and I think that's hurt him in the past. But now he has solid targets. With Hawkinson went out yesterday.
For sure. Well, and Stafford's still dealing with the hip ailment, and I don't know what it is exactly. I don't know if it's a hip pointer, but he's having some hip issues. You couldn't tell with his throws.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that yesterday, man. He looked really good. So hopefully he can rehab that, man. He might be that dude.
So the Chiefs win the game 34-30, but they lose. They didn't cover the 6.5, which was the spread, so that's another L for Dow. Cardinals plus 5.5 is the last one for you. That's the one we both lost on. I had the Cardinals plus 5.5, and I also had the Saints plus 2.5. So I had two of the same ones as you. So that was one win and one loss for me. Cardinals that just looked bad, guy. Didn't even come close. I think they got blown out. What did they put up, 10 points? Yeah, 27-10.
That's bad.
So not even close. The Seahawks looking a lot better than I thought they would early in the season. But it just shows you the Cardinals are what we said. They don't have a good offensive line. Murray's a rookie quarterback. Kingsbury and Murray coming together. It's still the first season. Everyone expecting them to just set the world on fire.
Come out the gate,
Wasn't going to happen, And they're kind of who we thought they were. They're going to work some things out. But I think they're building some good shit for the future. I'm not expecting anything great from the Cardinals this year. So I think I'm off the Cardinals maybe the rest of the year.
Yeah, for sure.
They're going to be tough against the spread. They're going to be a tough team to take against the spread. But you know who you should take against the spread? Is the Buccaneers.
Oh, my God.
That's my squad.
Dude, when that happened, that whole game, like I couldn't get your face out of my head.
Why?
Because you were so confident in that bet. I wanted to stay the hell away. And if I remember, I wish you had my audio pulled up. I'm like, Bucks? I didn't even think about that. I'm staying the hell away from that.
Yeah, you were like, wait, what are they? What's the spread? You didn't even look at that.
I wish you had that audio, but dude, I didn't even take a second to look at that game.
Well, especially how we've been.
So did the whole nation.
Yeah.
They didn't take a second.
Nope.
Because the nation was heavy on the Rams.
Well, I saw in DFS yesterday, Godwin was 1% started in daily fantasy.
Well, because he was injured. He was a last-minute play. Adam Schefter tweeted yesterday morning, Godwin actually is going to go ahead and play today. And you thought, nobody would have thought.
Well, no, I didn't even see an announcement. I didn't even see the announcement until after the 11 a.m. games kicked off.
I think you're right.
Because he was at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, Schefter tweeted
So I left him
late.
on the bench in two different leagues. Both leagues I have Godwin. I put him on the bench because I was like, man, I can't trust him. I don't know if he's going to play.
Right.
I just got to get somebody in here that's going to start. Because once you start the 11 a.m. games, you can't go back and put one of those guys in if Godwin doesn't start. So I was like, I can't take the risk. I'm just going to leave him on the bench. Of course, he goes off for 12 catches, over 150 yards, puts up close to 30 fantasy points.
Yeah.
Just monster day.
Huge.
Your boys got him on the bench.
Yeah,
I didn't roster him in any DraftKings leagues, but I did take the Bucks plus 9.5. So I was excited about that.
Incredible, man. Incredible. That was a lot of points, but still, I wanted to stay away.
In LA, I know, dude. I liked it. So I got the Bucks plus 9.5. That's a win for me. I had the Saints plus 2.5. That's a win for me. Chargers minus 15.5 against the Dolphins. You told me the spread was too high.
Too high.
They win the game 30-20. 20-point win. Cover the 15.5. Easy. I wouldn't say it was easy, but
what'd you make yesterday? A cool G? Easy? Feet up?
Don't worry. I'd like you to
feed up cool G. No problem.
I'd like you to stay out of my outside
out of your finances.
No, but the Chargers, that was another dub for me, minus 15.5 against the lowly Dolphins. We already know what's going on there. Right. Titans plus 4. Everyone jumped off the Titans.
Yeah.
Everyone was off the Titans after the bad Thursday night loss, after the week 2 loss that was bad, because they killed it in week 1.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was on the bandwagon. Then they got crushed in week 2. They had a bad week 3.
We all forgot about them.
Everyone jumped off the train.
We forgot about the
Not
Titans.
your boy.
And then, meanwhile, you were like, we are the Titans, the mighty, mighty Titans.
The mighty, mighty
Titans.
Mighty, mighty Titans. There we go. Tennessee
Left side,
Titans.
strong side.
Left side,
strong side.
I'm Gary Brutier up in this bitch.
Yeah, no doubt.
Tennessee Titans 24-10 against the lowly. It just feels weird saying the lowly Atlanta Falcons. Dude, what are they doing? 24-10 at home beatdown by the Titans?
Matty Ice who? No.
Dude, everybody. Matty Ice, Julio Jones.
Calvin Ridley,
the defense, everyone, the entire defense.
I'll tell you what, there was one person who looked great, and I had him in 3 leagues.
Freeman.
Austin Hooper.
Oh, Hooper?
My God, giving me 15 points, dude, in most of my leagues.
Nice. He's an underrated tight end for sure.
Oh, dude, I would say get rid of Vance McDonald. If you haven't picked up Austin Hooper and and replaced him, Vance McDonald, with Austin. What are you doing? I don't know.
Give that guy credit. He's got to be in your lineups. If you're not starting Austin Hooper every single weekend from here on out, he's shown through the first 4 weeks, over 10 points every game, highly trusted. Highly trusted. Well, over 10 if you're in PPR, maybe a little less if you're not. But
you know who's not?
What's that?
OJ Howard.
Oh,
one of the biggest tight end disappointments this year.
I know, bro. And every week we're trying to be on him, and then he's just more and more disappointing.
Pooper.
So that's what I had. I had the Chargers win, Titans win, Bucks win, Saints win, and Cardinals loss. I go 4-1 this week. That's going to put me at 13-7 on the year.
Wow.
That's some heaters right there.
Yeah, no
That is some heaters. Jalal, can you do the math? Can you do 13-7 and tell me what the percentage is by chance? Tell me what percent of those are correct. Dallas, you were
0.53.
What's up?
0.53.
No, it should be like 66% or like
like 53%.
53%.
Oh, 0.53.
Yeah, 53%.
That's no way. That's only 50. Oh yeah, because I guess I'm only one game over. No, that's way better than that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, because I'm not only one game over 500. I'm 13-7. I don't know what that's why I was asking. I thought you guys were smarter than me. Maybe you should just ask the audience. Hey, can you guys comment that on the next episode? I'll give myself some bitch shots. All right, so you got one more win. So you're 7. So you were 6-9, Dow. You are now 7-9, and we're gonna add 4 losses to the 9. You're 7-13. So same thing, just flipped.
Wow.
I'm 13-7. You're 7-13. Wow.
This week, dude, I'm gonna work hard.
Are you? I like it.
I'm gonna be the hardest working man in showbiz.
We're gonna hang this.
Yeah, did you see? I basically gave him a sticky note of all everything that I was watching yesterday, and this shit's written in blood.
Yes.
So upset.
We're gonna hang this in the studio. Hang this in the studio. These are Dow's L's for this week.
Dang.
And
we'll call it the Phil Collins studio.
Studio.
No way.
All right. Let's move into the DraftKings tournament. Shout out to the homie Landon from last week. I forgot to give him a shout out. He won the week before, and he put up the highest point total of the season. It was like 217.9 or something.
There was no catching that guy.
217 something. Landon just absolutely annihilated the whole field last week. This week, we started a little slow with the entries, but we hit 20 by Sunday. We were good to go, so everyone got in there. It's not like we had to, though. It would have been resized,
right?
So I wasn't too worried. But the DraftKings tournament this week, Dal, how did you fare?
8th. So I
had. Do you have it pulled up right now?
Yeah, I had 135 points.
You did 135?
Yeah,
that's not too bad.
That's not
I
too
did less
bad.
than
I
that.
mean,
I did terrible.
You know, anything. You know, but with DraftKings, I mean, you got to be 150 or better. You know,
right? Of course.
It seems like. But I mean, some of my strong points, I got to tell you, I did have Austin Hooper in DraftKings. He had 25 points. I had. Let's see who else was tight. The Titans D netted me 11. That was cool. Cooper Kupp got me 29, almost 30 points. Outside of that, I had a couple people with 14, 15 points, but nothing any higher than that.
Let me go to the winner here. This must be a Buffalo man. I don't know this man, but it's Sabres Bills 04.
Sabres like the hockey team?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Sabres Bills 04 is the winner. He did 181.5. Wow. So pretty high, but not the 217 Landog did last week. That was crazy.
Killing.
But still, 181. But, dude, he blew out everybody. The closest to him was Fua Hole, and he had 159.
Wow.
So 159, 181 was the highest. That was second place, 159. So great job. He started Russell Wilson, who was actually pretty low. He only did 14. But then he had Eckler for 29, McCaffrey for 33, Cooper Kupp for 30. He did 29.9. And then you have Wayne Gallman at 28.8.
Huge.
Those, it doesn't matter. He had the Broncos D, who shit the bed. Yeah. Doesn't matter. He had Tyler Lockett, who shit the bed with 9. Doesn't matter. He had Dontrell Inman, who actually way outperformed his value, which he did 12.6 points.
He probably did 3 times his value.
Inman was damn. I wish this showed me how much they cost.
I bet Inman did 3 times his value. Definitely.
And then, dude, the best tight end yesterday, Will Dissly.
Yeah.
$3,600, and he did 18 points.
Well,
Crazy
I would say
value.
the best was Austin Hooper.
Well, value,
but
crazy
value,
yes,
yes.
$3,600, 18 points.
100%.
That's crazy value. But Hooper still tore it up. I think Hooper with the PPR was in the 20s.
Value, though, yes, you're correct.
So shout out to Sabres Bills for taking down the DraftKings tournament. If you are not in the league or on the Patreon, make sure you join there so you can get the DraftKings alerts every single week.
Yeah, real quick, where was Pena? He was definitely in the basement.
Monday behind me.
Monday midsole didn't even crack 100.
Monday midsole, where's he at?
Well, he's actually what is it? J JP King, 1983. Yeah.
See, dude, and that's the thing. Like, I don't even fault people that are in the basement on this shit because you're taking chances. If you want to win this thing, you got to take some shots.
You have
to. You got to put some money behind people that you think are just going to go off that the other people aren't looking at. You need to be different than the rest of the field. That's why I lost yesterday. I had Pat Mahomes. A lot of people had Pat Mahomes.
Sure.
I should have gone away from Pat Mahomes because guess what? A lot of people that had Pat Mahomes also lost because Pat Mahomes didn't do that great. When you're paying $7,500 for a quarterback, you got to have that guy hit at least 30 points. At least 30 points. When you're paying $7,500 for him.
Yeah.
You know, and you want to get 4 times value out of your quarterback, which we didn't get out of Pat yesterday.
Not at all.
So let's move on to the most underrated fantasy league. Who did you play this week?
Who am I playing currently?
Or how are you losing, actually?
So I need some help. I'm playing Jeff Kirby
I'm
this
looking
week.
at your lineup. Yes, I see that.
And
Kirby.
I need Mr. James Conner to actually have finally a good game this season. I need 16. Because right now I'm
You need 16 out of Conner?
I'm 15.
Doable.
I'm 15 and a half short right now of where Kirby's at.
I see that.
I need 16
and
plus from
his
Conner.
team's done. So we need a big night from James Conner for you tonight. I have Conner in a few leagues too, so I wouldn't mind that.
I have Juju in a couple leagues as well. So I need, if we're saying anything, I need Mason Rudolph to throw some dimes to Juju as well.
I have
no doubt about it.
I'm beating this crap out of Black Prez.
Are you?
77 to 102, and I still have Smith-Schuster tonight. He has nobody left.
He's done.
He's done. That's going to move me to a nice 2-2. Like I said, we're back to 500.
Yeah.
We could have gone left or could have gone right. We went left. We're back to 500 over here,
dude. This is exactly where I'll be. 2-2 if I can have that 16.
If you can get to 16.
If I can get to 16, I'll be at 2-2.
You're still looking. You're deciding whether to go left or right.
I'll be back.
Should we take the right to 1 and 3? It looks kind of fun down there.
That is
whores and cocaine down that side. Not the best decision, but it looks fun. Or you go down the right, you get back to 500. This is
I'm back in contention.
Yeah, this is just the straight. You're on the straight and narrow.
I'm following the yellow brick road.
No distractions. You're just kind of on the straight and narrow, trying to get things right. You're in therapy.
Yeah.
You're moving forward.
Yeah. You're not standing 4 hours at a concert ruining your back.
Right. Exactly.
Sounds good. I'll take that one.
So that's how things are going down in the most underrated fantasy league. There, hopefully Dow can pull that win out. All right, let's move. Let me pull.
Wait, real quick. Since we're about to go to the next segment, another breaking news. Vontaze Burfict.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So he was officially. So there were talks on it yesterday. So for the hit on Jack Doyle, he was immediately sent out from the game. Right, get out of here. You're done for the day. So then there was a lot of rumblings, yesterday and through the evening and until this morning saying, he could be suspended for the season. He could be on the commissioner's exempt list or whatever, that he won't be able to play, yada, yada, yada. Long story short, they actually went ahead and suspended him for the remainder of the 2019 season for repeated violations of unnecessary roughness rules.
Which they should, dude. I mean, we keep having issues with my man.
Dirtiest player in the league. I went and looked at a bunch of compilations of the Vontaze Burfict hits.
Yeah.
They're awful.
This is the hit yesterday on Jack Doyle that's getting him suspended. Are you showing that, Jalal? So you got it on the screen if you're watching on YouTube. It was just unnecessary. Doyle's on his knees.
Yeah.
About to come get up. And yes, he's going to get up and run the ball. He's a ball carrier. He's going to probably get up and try to run the ball. You could have done anything. You could have just ran over and pushed him over, ran up and pushed him because he was already on his knees. You could have just ran and touched him because he was already on his knees. You could have done a flying cross body, WWE style, and landed on him that way. That would have been better. You could have literally done everything you wanted.
They're trying to get a lot of the WWE out of NFL. Did you talk about the body slams?
The body slams. Not the. They didn't say anything about cross bodies. They said body slams.
Yeah.
They said the German suplexes, the belly to backs.
Those have got to go.
Those have got to go. No more of that. But they didn't say nothing about cross bodies. They didn't say him coming flying in, crossbody. You didn't say anything about the rockers. Coming through, little Marty Jannetty, little hitting the ropes, little crossbody. Yeah. Boom, Vontaze Burfict. He doesn't go helmet to helmet. I think he's fine in that instance.
Yeah.
I think if you just come running at him full speed, hit him with a little, just go sideways.
Yeah.
Just hit him with a crossbody.
I think he could have done a sick-ass round-off back handspring over him and then like a little flick of the wrist or something to kind of knock him down with the like something. Instead, nope.
You're giving him a little bit more athletic credit than I.
Fair enough.
But I don't give him that much credit. But either way, he's out, man. He's suspended.
Yeah,
and
good.
That's the thing. He literally could have done anything else.
Yeah.
But what he did, charged the guy.
He's the
full
worst.
Speed.
No surprise. This should have happened a long time ago. I'm glad it's happened. We got to take a stance. This guy sucks. he didn't learn fundamentals when he was young.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's not disciplined. We don't need that in the league.
Couldn't agree more. Did you see, speaking of helmet-to-helmet joints, did you see the one that Marcus Peters took yesterday, the shot he took on that pick six from the Rams? He got a pick six, and he's running down the sideline to score at the end of the Rams game. And, dude, he goes in, and right as he's across the goal line, this offensive lineman just ear holes him, dude. Ooh. One of the hardest hits I've seen all year. And, dude, he just cranked him so hard in the ear hole. And I was so surprised. For one, Marcus Peters didn't get knocked out. For two, he didn't drop the ball. And he ended up scoring a touchdown, dude. But the league is definitely going to be finding my guy. I don't know his name. He's a lineman for the Bucs. But I guarantee the league finds him, number one. Number two, the other helmet-to-helmet shot that was huge yesterday. Josh Allen, dude. Did you see the Josh Allen shot that took him out of the game?
I did,
Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, saw that one.
That's the other big one from yesterday. So the three, I might be missing another one. But they're trying to get this out of the game, and we had three huge helmet-to-helmet shots yesterday that took Josh Allen out of the game. They got a guy suspended for the season, and then we don't know what's going to happen with the other one. Are you looking up the Marcus Peters one?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, check it out. It's freaking ridiculous. He just ear holes him right on the goal line, just a full head of speed, and it's like, man, the guy, the guy's going into the end zone, for one. For two, he almost is slowing down. Marcus Peters is running the ball, and he knows he's about to score, so he's kind of slowing down. And the guy just cracks him right when he's already in the end zone. It's just a little bit unnecessary. But the Josh Allen one for the Buffalo Bills, the New England Patriots, that actually put Josh Allen out. They had to bring in Matt Barkley as the backup. He finished the game. I think Josh Allen was out cold, though. Did you see the
I think so for sure.
When he got hit, did you see it?
Yeah, I played it on there for him.
Oh, nice. The Marcus Peters one or the
all of them?
Oh, wow. Nice. I love
me
it.
on my toes.
I like how Josh Allen was actually jogging at the end.
Yeah, he got the fans up and stuff like that. But, dude, I think he was knocked out. Did you see when he went down and he sat up and he was going like this? I think they were asking him some questions.
Are you okay?
Hey,
do you know where you're at?
Where are you? Yeah. What stadium are we in? What city are we in? What are you doing here? And I think he was going like this. Like, I think he was saying, what happened? Yeah. What happened? What's
going on?
Yeah, I think he just didn't get it at first, dude, because he got
same thing. Out cold
same thing.
Sure.
And he was in a situation where he was running the ball. There was a guy on him. The guy was going to bring him down. There was no need for another player to run in and smoke him in the helmet. It just doesn't make sense to me, dude. Thank you for doing all that, Jalal. Yep. Keeping you on your toes. But yeah, so those were some crazy hits from the weekend. Did you see the Peters one yet?
Yeah, I was watching on there.
You saw it?
It's not good.
Yeah, dude.
Don't want to see it.
Crazy hits from the weekend. Anything more on football? Are you good on the football stuff?
I think we're good.
Cool. So that was the football segment this week, brought to you by Seat Geek. If you're going to any live events, man, you're going to WWE, you're going to some concerts, you're taking your lady out to a show, you're taking your family to the Monday Midsole, you're going to Disney on Ice, doing something like that, man, SeatGeek, use the code underrated. It'll save you $20 off your entire ticket purchase. So make sure you do that, man. Seat Geek app, use the code underrated. All right, we can kind of move along, Dal. I think, do you want to go into sneakers?
Yeah, let's do it.
I think we can go into sneakers and fashion. And then sneakers and fashion this week brought to you by Resjuvenator. And first, let's start off with the Reebok Adidas pump.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew this a couple of years ago. I found this out a couple of years ago. Adidas owns Reebok.
They do.
I did not know that until maybe a few years ago. I think I got wind of it when they did the UFC deal. You remember when Reebok signed on to be the official partner of the UFC?
I do.
Everyone wears Reebok gear. So I was like, that was confusing to me because I was like, Reebok? How the hell did they do a deal? How do they even have money to pay for this? Like, who the hell is Reebok? And I think I looked it up and I was like, oh, Adidas owns Reebok. That's still a weird move for Adidas to try to pump Reebok in the octagon instead of Adidas, but they probably looked at it as it's a good opportunity for them to push the Reebok brand, put it on a platform, put it up on a little bit of a pedestal, but also maybe Adidas was like, hey, we want this much money, and UFC was like, we ain't trying to pay that much money, and they were like, all right, cool, we'll give you Reebok. It could have been something like that too. But for all you guys that don't know, man, Adidas owns Reebok.
Yes.
So they actually are doing some kind of a fusion product?
Yeah, no doubt. So what I see here, Instapump Fury Boost is exactly something we would have tried back in 1994 if we had the technology, said Steven Smith, which is the designer of the Instapump technology. We were always experimenting to find the best cushioning system possible. It is great to build a hybrid of the best of both brands' technology. Now, here's what we know. We haven't seen pictures. We haven't seen mock-ups. We can only kind of guess what this is going to look like based off the Instapump Fury that we've seen in the past that came out in 94. What they are saying is this hybrid sneaker has not yet been revealed, but the kicks will launch throughout the remainder of 2019, starting with a super limited 50 pairs Instapump Fury Boost prototype releasing exclusively at AtmosCon Japan on October 5th.
Wow.
So that is the soonest that we may see this. So that's in the next, 5 days from here?
Yeah.
So we might see this here really, really soon. I'm very curious, man. I love new tech. I love mixing, multiple. I love collabs. I mean, you look at 2 brands, 3 brands, the tri-collabs.
Of course.
Just kind of putting their own spin on it. I really look forward to that and just kind of seeing the ingenuity behind it, the tech behind it, the comfort, the cushion, something new. And is this going to put Adidas back in the limelight? Is this going to recreate hype? Absolutely not. I don't think so, but I like where Adidas is going from here. I know the price point's definitely not going to be correct. They're going to be taxing on this joint because that is the one issue that Adidas still continues to have. Is charging too much.
Not knowing their market value anymore.
I want to see that hospital
They're still
blue.
acting like it's 2016.
I know you're totally out of hospital blue because it says hospital. Anything hospital, you're out.
Yeah, I don't
I
like
remember
hospitals.
this conversation.
I'm
you
not
can
a
pull the
hospital
audio.
guy.
We don't need to pull the audio. I'm
My
here to
family
remind
members
you.
gotten too sick. I don't like hospitals.
F the hospitals.
hospital
And by
guy.
the way, I cussed quite a bit last cast. I'm working on that. I was passionate last
Dude,
cast.
you know what's funny?
What's
I
that?
forgot to tell you.
Who-
I forgot to tell you guys.
Did your aunt get mad?
No,
Okay.
nothing with that. The listeners, the live, since we recorded it live, we didn't publish it live, but we
Okay.
recorded it live.
Yeah.
We didn't get clipped for copyright. We got clipped on language. It said we weren't going to get paid because of language, dude. Yeah.
Really?
So I guess if you record it live, it's way more sensitive to the language because we
Gotcha.
hadn't been clipped for language in, geez, I couldn't tell you how long since
Yeah.
we very, very first started the cast after we had kind of chilled, but we still had to sprinkle in some language in there.
Interesting.
Dude, I don't know if it was because you were overboard last cast
Yeah.
or if we did it live, but we'll find out today.
Yeah.
Because we've had a couple little things today.
Have we? I don't.
Have we've cursed a couple times, have we?
A couple.
A
Maybe.
couple.
Yeah,
So-
but I've really watched the
Right,
F word.
right.
I must have said the F word 7 times.
Yeah, you got
last cast.
you got crunk. You got crunk.
I was a little crazy
You were
with it.
pash, but you were also getting sick. You were in a getting sick mode, which you dealt with over
I was
the
a little
weekend.
upset.
Yeah,
I
felt it.
a little agitated,
Upset.
maybe one would say, But here's the deal. So again, I'm excited for this. Again, I don't think this will launch Adidas back into the hype train that they once were in 2015, even to 2016. But I think this is a step in the right direction because the Instapump was such a great success. But I don't know that it can be a success this day and age. I mean, it was something cool. Nobody was doing it. Any type of pump shit. Dang it. There you go. When we were younger, it was like, oh my God, what is this? This is new stuff. I've never seen this. I can squish this ball. Or if you were rich, because I had a couple friends that actually had the shoes with the pump on the side that you actually had to use a CO2 gun.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have any friends.
I didn't have any of those, man.
No
but
way.
I mean, that was the real deal, Holyfield. So we'll see, man. But like I said, I'm nerdy about this. I look forward to it. I finally got my first pair of self-lacing shoes. So this, again, another type of cool tech influenced shoe. I'm happy to see it.
Any drop date?
No, like I said, October 5th at AtmosCon is the only thing that we know, and that's a limited to 50 pairs, but I think it's more of a look. There's no way that anybody of us, especially on the state side, is probably going to get this, but 50 pairs, AtmosCon, I think that's going to be our first real good look at this.
Speaking of not getting pairs, did you see people getting their no bad days?
I did.
Yeah, those look pretty sweet, dude.
I would love
You're
to
right,
have that
though.
pair.
I know.
And you know what? Resale is not near as bad as the first. I forget what the other one was. It was No Bad Days, and then the one before that. I forget what it was called.
I can't remember either.
That was a great shoe too, but that was damn, what was it?
Look that up.
Forget. But yeah, people getting their pairs. Resale's not too bad. As I was looking at, it's about in the five range, 500 bills.
Mm-hmm.
On GOAT. So I thought about getting it. If maybe
On
use,
GOAT,
maybe
you're
use
exclusive.
maybe use some of that little credit that I have sitting there. I might get that shoe.
You know what I just copped?
What'd you cop?
Court purples, dude.
Did you?
Got them on a
Finally.
deal. You know what I paid for them?
Did you get them used or new?
New. You know what I paid?
DS.
You know what I paid?
In your size, I can't remember if in my size, they're pretty expensive still, but in your size, I think they're a little cheaper. You probably got those.
Well, remember, just to refresh your
was
memory
it
before you
250
answer.
or 280?
Before you answer,
Okay.
Homeboy wanted to charge me $290
SneakerCon.
at SneakerCon.
I remember.
I said that was high, and I came back to him and said, F it, we'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Dang, I'm going to have to bleep that.
Dang it.
But I was like, fine, we'll do it. $290. Then he tells me, oh, I can't, man. I can't do $290. I just talked to, I'm like, what do you, I got all mad.
Yeah.
$263.
$263
with shipping.
With ship.
$263. Just if you wait for your shoes, they will come to you at the right price at the right time. The universe has a way of working. If you continue to work and you continue to check the market and put in the work, and if you find a pair you really want and you check every single day and you don't come off that number and you check every day, you still might not be able to get the shoe, but you might just have a shoe fall to you at this point. You may have someone that's just a little desperate, needs to get some cash. They're like, I just need to get this gone. Let me put it up $40 below the next guy at $250 instead of $290. Your boy swoops in, $250 plus the shipping, $263.95.
That's
We're
tight.
there, like swim chair.
In there like swimwear.
Why did I say swim chair? That's not even anything.
I thought
That's shots to me. Swim chair.
Yours is
StockX?
StockX, yeah. Yeah. And
well, hopefully you don't get your info stolen.
Well, I'm in the process of canceling my account. So the lady emailed me back to cancel it.
Yeah.
And I haven't emailed back yet because I need to finish the order.
I need this order to happen.
I know, dude. So I'm still a slave to the damn StockX. Like,
Wow.
I can't get off because I'm like, it's too good a deal. I can't do it. Steal, take all my info, steal all my shit, buy all the infant Yeezys.
Just as long as I get my Court Purples for $263.
Did you see the homie Kyle Clax, dude? He had his StockX hacked, and then they bought a bunch of infant Yeezys.
Oh, I did see. Yeah, I saw that Twitter post.
They bought a bunch of infant Yeezys, and he actually rocks with the cast. I think he commented today. I think he's in the comments.
And then he like, they said something about we can't cancel an order or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
So,
They're not helping.
Well, at then they hit him up. They hit him up through Twitter. Responded on Twitter, and then told him the email, and then they went through the email chain. I'm not sure how far along the chain he is. Maybe leave it in a comment, Kyle. We'll read it on here, dude.
It's not good.
But yeah, unless you, the only real way, guys, is to cancel your StockX account. I feel like,
yeah,
because it's not like I don't think all these people that are getting their shit stolen are stupid enough to not change their password. I think everyone's changed their passwords.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
I think if you change yours once a week, I think that's probably a good thing.
That's maybe the only real solution.
Yeah.
But we've had people that,
Yeah, if I still had a StockX account, I would be changing my StockX password once a week, but I would do a mass change on all my passwords where half of them are the same and the other half aren't the same. I would just do a mass change on all of your other platforms, and then week to week I would probably change mine with StockX if I would have stuck with them.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I like it.
I got a pair of shoes
to look at.
Yeah.
Did you cop any shoes? You have any cops coming in? That's what I was going to ask. That's the only cop I got. That's what I was telling you.
Yeah, I mean, I really haven't copped much, man. I'm not in love with things. I'm almost being a little selfish, aka stingy with my money.
Right.
I'm trying to make good decisions, and it's a little overkill. I'll just be honest.
Yeah.
But dude, I got my eyes on some Nigel Sylvesters. I won't tell you where. I won't tell you who. I won't tell you if it's a Twitter fan of ours or not. But I've got my eyes on some Nigel Sylvesters, and we will have those soon.
What was that?
I don't know, man. It was kind of like a little WWF, a little bit of, just kind of announcing a little Bruce Buffer in there, a little bit of just mixing it up.
All right.
Trying to be interesting.
I sense a little rock.
Oh, a little bit of a rock
was in there. All right.
I don't give a damn.
I don't give a dude. Over the weekend, one of the coolest things. Sorry, sidebar shit. One of the coolest things I did. Man, Stone Cold Steve Austin dropped a podcast, and occasionally he'll drop podcasts where he just goes through a match that he did, one of his own matches. That's tight. And you can queue it up on the WWE Network. If you have WWE Network, they have every match ever. So he's going through. He's like, I'm gonna queue up. I'm gonna talk about my very last match ever with The Rock, WrestleMania 19. Some people knew it was gonna be my last match. Most did not. Most of the fans did not. So it was a little weird because I didn't get like the kind of last match hurrah, because a lot of people didn't know. But he's like, I'm going to walk you guys through the whole match, dude. So I queued up the WWE thing. Yesterday, I'm doing the dishes, making dinner, kind of doing the dishes, just cleaning up before the lady gets home from yoga and shit. Dude, one of the most enjoyable things I did all weekend. After the games that ended, I'm kind of waiting for the Sunday night game to start. I like to watch a little bit on delay. Yeah, so I'm cool if I miss the first quarter or whatever. Dude, I listened to that, watched the entire match. It was so cool to have Stone Cold Steve Austin walk you through the entire match. He doesn't pause it. He doesn't do anything. He just talks while the thing's going on. All right, I'm walking down the aisle now, man. I can tell you I was feeling this. I got that badass vest on. You see me? I got the BMF walk. I got the bad mother walk, I'm walking down. I got the vest on, says bulletproof. Let me tell you about this vest, man. This vest I was wearing, I had a special made by Sandy. She was the costume. I think she's still with WWE at the time, or she's still there, but she was the costume lady at the time, and she made this, and it says OMF OMF on the front. And you know why it says OMF? It says OMR. One more round. That was like his way of saying my last match. Gotcha. One more round. And he's like, some people caught on to it, some people didn't, but it was cool, dude. He just told you the whole story of his last match. He went through the whole match. He's like, damn, I'm chopping the shit up. Oh, I just chopped him again. Damn, I chopped him again. I'm turning into Ric Flair in this bitch. Like, it's funny because he's just like, takes you through. He's like, I don't know why the hell we did that. We were a little out of sync at this part.
He's like reacting, but
so
yet
cool.
still explaining in detail kind of where he was coming from, why he did it, and what.
Yeah.
That's
so cool, dude. So
I would actually like to watch that.
If you're a wrestling fan and you can sync those two things up, you have the WWE Network. You can go download the Stone Cold podcast. He's done it on multiple occasions, and I've listened to a few without syncing them up because I wasn't home or whatever. I was just in the car. This is the first time I've done it that way. Man, it was awesome.
Fire.
Awesome experience. Great stuff, dude. Yeah, if you guys get a chance to check that out, that's my my guy Stone Cold Steve Austin and the Stone Cold used to be called the Stone Cold Podcast. Now it's the Steve Austin Show. Rebranded.
Love it.
The Yeezy Clouds. Let's take a look.
Check them out. So first thing I want to take a look at is the box that it came with. You know, we're big advocates of not having to go buy boxes, but use the box.
Yes.
That it comes shipped in, so I can ship out other shoes.
So we can sell some shit.
There's an issue.
There's an issue, and he turns away.
Okay. So look at this box. Look like a standard box, right? Issue. Dude, it's perforated on all sides that peel to open it up. Now, it's not that I can't or can use this box, but I don't feel real comfortable with it. As you look at it on the cameras from side to side, all this is perforated. So then you basically just peel all three different sides to where it opens up, flap, flap on the top. Then you have access to your shoes. I'm a little disappointed by this box.
This is new. This is a new thing from Adidas?
Well, this is the first time I've seen it.
Gotcha.
I mean, at least it doesn't have the Just Do It
I guess,
tape.
yeah, dude. I haven't gotten a pair of his shoes from Adidas.com. It has to have been a year.
This is the first one I've seen.
Has to have been a year.
First one I've seen like this. So I don't know if this is just Yeezy packaging. I don't know if they're also putting just regular shoes in there. So this might be kind of a Yeezy thing. I don't know for sure. But this is the first time I've seen it. I don't appreciate it.
Yeah, because even if you want to return it, you got to do a crazy tape job just to return the shoes. Like let's say you don't have another box lying around. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It almost reminds me of the Amazon packaging, how they have the on the back of their little bags, the plastic bags, you can rip the bag away.
Yeah, totally.
But theirs has another tab that you can pull off, put the shit back in, pull that off, and reseal that same bag. Mm-hmm. Have you seen those? You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
It reminds me of that, but without the second half.
It's not good.
Where's the extra? Let me see that real quick. I'm curious. There's no stickiness on the inside of this flap? No, there's not. Mm-mm. Like right here, all you got to do is put some adhesive.
Yeah.
On these things,
there's not,
and just so people can just put that back down and seal it.
I think they're expecting you to overwork yourself. I don't know. It just doesn't
figure out your own return.
I don't want to ship this to GOAT or StockX.
Right.
You know, not even like this. Like I'll trim this up. I'll make it nice, but like I don't know, man. I'm a little leery.
I think you should do a review on the channel of the box.
I think you think people would care. Why?
We just went in. I'm just joking. We just went in depth about the box.
Yeah.
That shit is important, though. That's weird. Sorry. Yeah,
I don't like
maybe
it.
It's not weird. Keep us on track, Jalal. Hey, move on.
So that's where I wanted to start. But these are the Yeezy 350 V2s. These are the Cloud Whites, as you see on the label there.
I bet you they'd have sold more if they'd called them the Coke Whites.
Maybe so. Yeah. Maybe so. So this was the one that I liked more out of the Citrons or the Cloud Whites. Yeah. I kind of like the Cloud Whites just based off the pictures.
Based off pictures.
The Citrons, which we will see, I think by the next cast I'll have those in.
Okay.
We had a little shipping delay on those, so we'll be able to see those. But right now, my first reaction is, dude, they're another dirty Lundmark.
Oh,
like I don't need another dirty, dingy Lundmark. Like I don't even have the Lundmark because I didn't want that. So I don't like that dinginess tint to it. Yeah, the stripe actually has a little bit of a green tint, which we'll see here in person, and we'll talk about those more. But in pictures, in hands, on the reviews, I like the Cloud Whites better, so I wanted to see these. So we got a pair to check out today.
Let me see these. Oh,
what do you think, man? First looks.
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Pretty good. Pretty like the other Yeezys.
They are pretty. They are pretty. Yes.
I think they got a little more blue to them than the Statics.
Yeah.
But you know what they look like, bro?
What's that?
They look like the Yeezy blue tint in the new format.
Do they?
They're a Yeezy blue tint without Supply 350, without the normal stripe. That's all they are. This is the Yeezy blue tint. This is my very first time seeing them in person too. Mm-hmm. I do have sunglasses on. But
you still feel the same way without.
I feel, looking at them with and without.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the Yeezy blue tint with, just with the new formatting.
Yeah.
That's basically the best way to describe this shoe. If you like the blue tints, I actually have a pair of, no, did I sell those blue tints?
I sold mine.
I have a size 11, the crib, just chilling.
Oh, nice.
I did.
I made some good money on my blue tints. I think they're still going for some good amount of money as well. But yeah, man, no, I agree with you. I think they look like a blue tint. For me, the thing I don't like about them is, man, I would murder this shoe with dirtiness. And I just don't feel comfortable wearing it.
I like it. I think it's cool. I think the look is good. If I didn't have the statics, I would rock these. I just can't justify having both. Like, it doesn't make sense to me as a sneaker collector that's got way more than one pair of Yeezys. Mm-hmm. This is a pair I can't justify keeping. I mean, I'm wearing the frozen yellows today.
Yeah, the Froyos, sick.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing these
bad boys.
I'm wearing the Future Crafts.
Aren't these just so much bad, dog? You were telling me you're about to sell these. Is that true?
I thought about it, but dude.
Okay, thought about it.
I had them listed on GOAT. I pulled them.
Oh, you did?
I got to keep them.
I love this.
They're just harder to wear. I mean, I guess they're not hard to wear, dude. I wear a lot of black. Dude, those pop with black. Yeah. They look great. And then they have that little red on them.
Yeah.
So you could wear a black shirt with a little bit of red or something.
Yep.
Dude, they're pretty versatile, and I was talking myself out saying they weren't versatile, hence the reason I need to sell them. But I like them. I
like that grayish blue that's in there. It's almost so subtle.
Yeah, it is.
It looks like a gray from far. It looks like a blue, but it's both.
Yeah.
It's very subtle.
It's crazy how much the pull tab does for the shoe.
I know, dude. These not having the pull tab changes them dramatically.
Dude, couldn't agree more.
My pictures, that's why they look so screwed up, I bet.
You're right,
what do you want to bet on that?
Dal and I were looking at his IG picture this morning, and we were like, damn, those look like shit from the back.
I had to show the back.
I know, when you and I were both like, why did the back look so shitty? And I was like, dude, they look like a fake.
Yeah.
They look like a fake Yeezy because they're all wide and bulky. The pull tab, duh.
Pull tab's not there.
That totally.
Got to have the pull tab.
If you follow Dal on IG, it's at Dal Palantonio. He put, actually, did you put him on Twitter too?
I did.
Yeah. So if you follow him on any of the socials, he put up these clouds yesterday, and he posted 3 really nice photos, except the ones from the back looked
poopy.
Bad. And I was like, why do they look so bad? That's why.
Yeah.
No pull tab.
No pull tab.
It doesn't bother me on the belugas.
Right.
Maybe because I'm used to it, but yeah, I guess I didn't notice how much that would bother me. And I was not a fan. Dude, I was a guy that was saying, don't put the pull tab on when they first did. Right. Remember that?
Yeah.
Because I was like, why would they put the pull tab on the V2s after they came out with V2s without the pull tab?
It seems like the pull tab kind of balances them out a little bit.
I agree.
You think that as well?
I
agree.
agree.
It's just aesthetics. It just looks cooler.
You need it. You need it. And yeah, it's so weird because when I first saw the V2, I was like, no, leave the pull tab off, because the V1s, the very, very OGs, the Moon Rocks and the Turtle Doves, the Pirate Blacks, they all had a pull tab. I was like, let that be some V1 shit. Don't do that to the V2s. Like, make the V2 separate. And they did with the Belugas when they first came out. But I think that might be is that the only pair? No. The copper pack, the coppers, the infrared orange,
the copper tops,
that
the
black.
breads, and then the breads also, right?
No, bread's got a pull tab.
Do they have a pull tab?
Breads have a pull tab.
So it was the green, the copper tops, or the Duracells, the greens, and then the whites.
Yes. No, Duracells.
Copper.
Yeah.
They have like the copper.
Yes.
Yeah. I call them the Duracells.
Yes, you're totally right.
The copper tops.
Yeah, and then that's when they brought it back, was the red, or that's when they started it, dude. The pull tab, the bread.
Yeah.
Because they came out with the Belugas, they came out with those 3, and then they came out with the breads.
I think those were the holiday pack.
The holidays, holiday pack. And those were tight as hell. You remember those?
They were.
Dude, those were tight.
You had
easy.
I almost had to go up full size in those.
I know.
I only had one of those pairs, and I got rid of them because I wanted to make some money. But I had the Oreos.
Oh yeah,
the white,
I remember
the
that.
Oreos, yeah.
Right.
And our boy Chris Roberts, he had one of them.
He has the coppers.
The copper tops.
Coppers. He wears coppers all the time. So yeah, dude, if you guys are looking to get these clouds, man, if you got the statics, I don't think you need them. I think the statics are better with the pull tab. I just don't think you need both pairs. And honestly, if you got the Lundmarks or some of those other ones that do have the pull tab, I would recommend any pull tab version over this version. I just don't think I think that pull tab missing, like you said, aesthetics.
It's more aesthetically pleasing.
Bugs me.
Yeah, no doubt.
Bugs me.
I don't know, man. We'll see. My boy Muzzy, he might be selling them. He might not. But hit me up. Hit me up if you're interested. If you need a size 10 is what this is. So a little small for me. I need 10.5s. Plus I take the insole out. So, I couldn't wear them anyways.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah, let me know.
let's finish out sneakers and fashion here, and then we'll go to YouTube comments. Dude, we're killing it. We're flying on the show today. We're so efficient today. That's what we're trying to get to, man. More efficient for you guys. And I don't know, that may lead to less cast. I don't know, but hopefully the content is just as good and it's maybe not as long. I don't know. We're getting efficiency is the key here. Efficiency with the show, efficiency with the behind the scenes shit. All the shit we're doing, that's our number one goal is efficiency, I think.
Totally.
So we're flying today, dude. We're doing really well. Finishing out sneakers. The Jordan 5 Off-White rumor.
Yes.
Fill me in, bro.
So the Off-White times Air Jordan 5 releasing in 2020.
Okay.
So we have not seen any mock-ups necessarily. There were some images of like a tan 5 that showed like the back of the shoe.
Okay.
But I don't believe that to be it. Again, these are just probably renderings that people think that could be possibilities, but there have not been any full-fledged releases that have been verified as real. So again, this is just Virgil Abloh.
And this is 2020.
Yes.
Okay.
So the good news is this is just Virgil Abloh working again with Jordan Brand. That's nice. Because that was kind of put on hold after the 10 collection because he started working out with, Louis Vuitton, that whole thing. But that being said, not yet confirmed, but rumors of the Off-White Air Jordan 5 are slowly making their way to the surface. Again, there's mock-ups of like a tan joint up there, but again, we don't know what this is going to look like. There was a real Jordan 4,
Can you pull
however.
these up, Jalal, for the screen? Mm-hmm. Cool. Kicks on fire.
Remember at the Virgil Abloh event in Chicago, the art little thing that he had.
Oh yeah, Yep.
There was a Jordan 4.
Yes.
That was real, that we saw as a mock-up. There was no 5s.
And we
in
had
there.
and that Jordan 1 that was yellow and
You
a couple
got
of other versions. Yeah, that just hadn't been released.
So nobody literally knows what this is going to be like or what this is going to end up being when it comes to fruition. But the release date, what they're saying so far is spring 2020.
Let's speculate. I'm seeing 2 renderings on Kicks on Fire, the tan joint and the white joint. Do you see both of those? Did you see both?
Yes.
Okay, so both of those renderings. How do you think both of them are going to release, or you think we're getting one or the other?
I think we're getting one or the other.
One or the other?
I do not see us getting 2.
I think it's got to be the tan pair at that point then.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, why would you do an Off-White Jordan 1 that looks plain AF?
Nobody wants to see that.
Blue tongue. Nobody wants to see that.
Plus, if it's white.
That's a stealth gray 5 right there.
Huh?
That's a stealth gray.
This one is?
The bottom?
The one I'm looking at?
That's like almost the exact same colorway.
Really?
But it's that's what I'm saying. It just looks too similar. Like it looks too similar
do you know what shoe I'm talking about?
A shoe we are. Oh yeah, the stealth gray 5s.
Yeah.
But the tan one looks like something we've never gotten before.
Yeah. Well, talk to me about this, because you mentioned something a little earlier before we started the cast. There was a lot of complaints about the Chicago Off-White Jordan 1s. With that concern that a lot of people have that you just showed me this morning, if you did like a gray or a white, like on that bottom rendering, are we going to have that issue with yellowing? And like all of a sudden the shoe just turning.
Oh, yeah.
That's
crazy.
Looking like crap.
I know. A lot of people have been putting on social media their Off-White ones are just.
The foam is turning like really ugly yellow.
Real yellow.
Like almost like a sun damaged look.
Exactly.
Like if it had been sitting in like a window.
That's how Chris's. I told you remember about Chris's when he went to pull it's like that. And
it was
pull
like
the foam
and it was like almost like evaporating.
Dust.
Like,
dust in the wind. Guy just little Kansas. That's not Kansas. Dust in the wind?
It is Kansas.
Yes.
That's Kansas. Right. Yeah.
The Stealth Gray 5, dude, yeah, you're totally right, Jalal. The only difference is the Off-White tag in the air.
Yeah.
And then, it's a rendering, so who knows what the blues are actually like. The blue looks a little lighter.
Do that exact colorway and see how high the prices go up.
Oh my gosh.
Compared to the Stealth Gray 5s.
You'd have to hit up Hugh Customs and just have him make you a pair. Buy a pair of Stealth Gray 5s for $225. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's great. They got to be the tan. The tan is actually dope, though. With the tan outsole, the light tan upper, the red white tag, and then the yellow kind of setting it off on the midsole there.
Mm-hmm.
That looks pretty cool to me. And then the yellow on the black tongue. That would look pretty dope.
I would love to have the tan pair. It's got to be the tan pair, man. So
just speculation.
Hopefully.
That's what we do around here.
Fingers crossed.
Spurculate. All right. We cool on sneakers? Good on sneakers and fashion?
Good to go.
All right. We'll talk about, yes, there's nothing Supreme drop. We don't know what's going to drop yet.
We do. We have a pretty good idea. And I know I've got that PT appointment here coming up, but
oh shit, sorry.
We do have so it has been announced that this is going to be the Honda Racing collab this week, it sounds like, with where they're going to do the racing gloves, you know, so all kind of motocross, you know, so they got the goggles, they're going to have the gloves. They're also
the dirt bike.
Doing the dirt bike, but it's only in stores. And what I'm hearing, now these are rumors, 66 total bikes made.
Oh, really?
And we're talking somewhere in retail, I think it was $8,300, $8,350. So $8,350.
Is that a good deal for a dirt bike? I don't even know.
I think that's probably for that same make and model with non-Supreme, that kind of thing. I think you're probably in the $4,000 to $5,000 range. Yeah, it's still obviously overpriced, but very, very limited. You're only going to see those in stores, if that. And a lot of the collection this week, the pictures that I've seen, again, it's still early. I'm not really interested in anything. I don't ride motocross. I don't need any of that stuff. They have a cool racing button up that actually has a picture, like almost embroidered silhouette on the back of that dirt bike, kind of like a pit crew button up, which is pretty sweet. But other than that, I could care less about the collection.
Not really your style.
Yeah, it's not my style.
I feel you, Dal. With that being said, let's jump into the YouTube comments here, man. If you'll pull up the screenshots from the other one, because we uploaded 2 videos. Mm-hmm. So I'll pull the other comments up. If you can pull the screenshot comments up, then we can have both of those. So we'll jump into the YouTube comments brought to you by Pure Spectrum CBD. And Pure Spectrum CBD, I used a little bit over the weekend. Did you use any over the weekend with your back and lower back issues?
I did. Yeah, I had Robin take care of me last night. You know, I got home a little late, but dude, I was so stiff, and man, I had to get something to loosen that up. You know what I mean? Yeah. I wasn't about to have any relations. You know what I'm saying? To loosen that up, but had Robin rub a little bit of that on there, and I'll tell you, man, it almost feels like a heat a little bit, almost like a heating pad as they rub in the salve, which is kind of a thicker, more lotiony, like a Vaseline texture versus like a lotion texture. Yeah. And man, as you rub that in, it's almost instant relief, you know? So I felt really, really good. I was able to get some great sleep last night, prepared for the cast, ready to rock and roll. The thing I'd like to say about Pure Spectrum, dude, it's grown sustainably locally here on the western slope of Colorado, which is nice, man. So it's a brand that we can trust. Pure Spectrum CBD offers customers a CBD source that can be trusted locally. They're very transparent. The good news is you also won't fail a drug test. You will not get high. You'll just experience everything high quality CBD that can do for you. You all know that I use it every day. Last night I was able to use it with Robin. I got to tell you, this brand is tested. It's organic. It's THC free. Experience the Pure Spectrum advantage. Use code MUP to save 10% on all of your orders with Pure Spectrum CBD.
Hey, here we go. All right, start off the YouTube comments with my man Adam Woodall. Let's see, man. If the Super Bowl halftime show was all about keeping it native to the hosting city, then how in the hell did they drop the ball so badly when it was in Atlanta last year, giving us what they did? Below, not good. Exactly, man. I mean, we talked about all of that last year when they announced the halftime show with Maroon 5, and we were like, man, they better bring some fools out. And then Big Boy came out. That was it. And that was it. But Travis Scott came out, and it wasn't good. And yeah, it was just bad, dude. We're with you. Below, not good. Honestly, my vote was for Mr. Post Malone. Dude is owning the charts right now and bridges the gap between genres and age groups quite well with the mix of hip hop, pop, and rock. Couldn't agree more there, dude. So many possibilities with a guy like him in terms of other artists you could bring out. Totally agree, Adam, dude. Post Malone, I thought, no brainer, man. He does bridge the gap. He has a ton of different stuff. I think that's a guy that
very versatile.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Great word. Couldn't agree more there. Thank you for the comment, Doug. Thanks for coming through. My man Renzo up next. Pro golf versus broadcasting. Pro golf all damn day. 10 a.m. tee times and chilling in the country clubs all around the world.
Yeah.
Only downside is that you can't wear shorts on the course, LOL.
That's true.
That would be the worst, not being able to wear shorts. Oh, also, you know what would be the worst? Renzo? Being crappy. Being crappy on the tour, being middle of the road, not being Brooks Koepka. I'm just talking about being a regular golfer that's got to deal with not only golfing well, you got to deal with the stuff that's going on throughout your life. You got to deal with your endorsement deals. Sponsors may drop you because you ain't doing well enough. It seems like a great life, but unless you're at the top, I mean, you don't see the ins and outs and the highs and lows and all the behind the scenes and the struggle these golfers go through. There's probably some real mental shit that's got to be tough. Golf alone, you know a golf.
Golf is a terrible mental game.
Right.
Like you can
beats you up.
Oh, you are the worst.
You're
when it comes to
constantly
mental.
chasing something that you could never perfect, and that's why I say broadcasting.
Yeah.
That's why, Renzo.
Too many just dynamics of the game of golf, and then talk about all the different movements of your body. One thing stiff throws off a swing, throws off of your golf. Yeah. It throws everything off. But Renzo, I will let you caddy for me any day, my friend. I got you.
Renzo, let's see. Blake G up next. Another solid cast, boys. Not going to lie, Blake, we would never want you to lie, dog.
Don't lie, Blake.
Blake, we would never want you to come in here and lie, bro. We just don't like that, dude. So we wouldn't want you to do that. It's not going to lie. The Solar Pack Retro was a little bit boring to me. They're still fire, but I didn't get that excited. And these reflective Yeezys, I hit on the Cloud RFs, and they were kind of boring in hand. It's also disappointing that they don't shine, much less you hit them with the flash or let me see. It's also disappointing that they don't shine much. Oh, they don't shine much unless you hit them with the flash for the flex and photos. Keep putting in the hard work. Thank you, Blake. I appreciate it, dog. I don't own one pair of reflective Yeezys.
I don't either.
And I think if you're going to own a pair, he's totally right. It's got to be the black pair. It's got to be a pair that's black with the 3M because that's going to pop in kind of normal daylight. The white pairs, you're just not going to notice. They're not going to look reflective until you hit them with that. You're standing in a dark room and you hit them with the flash, or it's nighttime. You're out jogging and a car drive by. Yeah,
yep.
That's really you got to get the black pairs if you want them as a flex all the time.
Totally.
You know, for me personally, I don't have any of them. Oh, the next up, my man Kyle Clax, bro.
Claxton.
That was the dude I was telling you about, the Stock X issue. Oh, look and see. Haven't commented in a while, so wanted to drop in. Also wanted to ask if you guys know anything about getting your StockX account hacked after changing my password from the email they sent us. Someone got into my account, bought a bunch of infant Yeezys, and drained my checking account. Holy shit.
Oh, not good.
StockX just emailed me and said, once an order goes through, it can't be canceled.
That's what
you can, however, list it for sale. LOL. Anyway, keep up the great work. Love the cast.
Wow.
This is why you've got to cancel your account,
Kyle.
And I'm a walking hypocrite because I'm waiting on some court purples from there, like I told you guys. But
are they getting shipped to his house?
The infant Yeezys? No. On Twitter, he said
shipping address?
They wouldn't change the shipping address. Yeah. Dang. I know. People are saying that. I think it was like something in the Bronx.
But Kyle, you can still sell them even though you ain't got them.
That's
StockX. Come on.
That's your solution?
Do better.
You know why, though?
Hell out of here.
It's because people like me are on there still buying the court purples. It's because people are on there still using it. They don't care.
You need to take a stand.
I know. That's
You're
why.
part of the problem.
After I get there, I told you, my process is in, guy. I didn't know that I was going to be waiting for there to email me and say, hey, are you sure you want to cancel the account? And I was going to see the court purples for $250, guy.
Well, when they said that to me, I said, oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
Take that L on the way out.
That's my fault.
Sorry, Kyle, man.
Kyle,
I wish you the
sucks,
best, man, especially a drained checking account, dog. That was what I was worried about. And I said it here on the cast. I said, I cannot wait for them. I cannot wait for them to steal 10 bands out my account. I can't do it. I can't get kicked off. I got that can't perfect. Can't. It's awesome.
I agree.
How versatile that clip is.
I know.
I know. Great audio.
Kyle, I'm sorry, dog. That sucks.
Man.
But that's all I can tell you guys. Cancel your StockX account, man. That's the only way. You got to just cancel the account fully. And maybe you set up a new one if you really want to be that in. Or you can be like Dal. He's just using GOAT exclusive.
I thought about doing like a prepaid Visa or something and setting up a new account. But I would want it shipped other than my actual. I want to put some other address on there. I don't have that ability. I don't know. I haven't thought enough through it, but I'm sticking with GOAT for now.
For sure. Thanks for coming through, Kyle, man. I'm sorry that sucks, dog.
Wish you luck, man.
Dirty DJ. Yo, fellas, another fire cast. I see the progression with the new equipment. Glad you guys streamlined the whole export process and you can start to focus on the content in the show instead of worrying about getting the cast up in time after hours of editing. Oh my God, someone that understands.
He gets us.
DJ, I'm about to cry, guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm fighting for my
DJ,
life.
I appreciate you, dog. We've been fighting for our lives, and I appreciate you.
I don't like Dirty DJ. I like understanding DJ.
This guy,
you're the man.
Yeah, he ain't dirty at all.
He ain't dirty at all, Dirty.
My mom always told me about the aluminum in the deodorant when I was a kid, but the alternative at the time, like a rock that you had to use, that you had to wet and use. Oh, at the time it was like a rock that you had to wet and use.
Oh, gross.
Long story short, below not good.
Below not good.
Anyway, I definitely need to check it out, especially if it works good and smells good. Which brands do you guys use again? Tom's? ? Yeah, mine was Tom's, and it was actually, I was able to find it at my local, just like grocery store. But you can find it at like Sprouts or Whole Foods, probably. Oh, I don't know which you have where you're at, but Publix. I don't know what the hell you have. Damn, I'm trying to think of.
Where's Dirty DJ?
Wegmans. You got Wegmans. East Coast.
East Coast. Oh yeah. Dirty. I will DM you my brand. I know Robin orders it exclusively somewhere.
Yours is different than mine. Yours is like a charcoal joint.
Yeah, mine has a little charcoal in there. So
smell
it's got
though. What's the smell like?
Smell. It's
he just smelled himself.
It's kind of I wouldn't. Musk gets a bad name, but it's a manly smell for
that's how
that
Tom's is. It's like it's like a forest, dog.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm
kind of mine. Yeah.
Yep.
Like I'm Hunger Games a little bit.
Yes.
You know, like I'm gonna win.
Here's what I'll tell you though, Dirty DJ. I had to use just to be clear, dog. I use it, and then some days if I'm having a crazy like sweaty day or whatever, I got to put a little bit more on in the evening when I get home. If I get home, 4 or 5 o'clock, I just throw a little bit on. It gets me through the rest of the night. Yeah. If I'm having a regular day, I can probably get through all day without going too crazy, but I might have to take a shower before bed.
I am the same way, man. The Pure Sport used to last like up until like the next day and a half or whatever.
Like we were talking about, which is not healthy. It's not good.
This organic stuff, it's
clogging up your pores.
Yeah, no doubt. It does a pretty good job, and I'm right there with you. If throughout the whole day, I had a medium sweat day, cool, I'm probably good. But if I'm trying to go to a concert and rock my face off, I better add a little extra. You know what I mean?
I totally do.
With you,
dude. I'm trying to understand this. He continues along and said, "I had the plague this weekend." I had the plague this weekend too, so I'm late listening to this cast.
So he was sick as well, yeah?
So many good quotes from the cast, nice. But I'm going to have to listen again to do them justice.
Okay.
Yes, I guess that means he's sick. Yeah. Hopefully he didn't really have the plague, guys. But yeah, it sounds like you were on the Dow train.
The Dow train.
And I'm glad you're listening again because we re-uploaded the other one with some better audio, even though Landon came through and said there was still a couple little mess-ups.
Issues.
Like an hour 28 in, but it was just like a little thing. Nothing you can do. What are you going to do? Anyway... Anyway, Hugh Customs is doing the Citroen and the Cloud custom. I still think it's good to grab the Union lows from him. Keep up the good work, fellas. I didn't see he was doing those. What is he? What's he doing on them? I wonder. Oh, actually, I think he's doing like Red October and some other shit.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, like dyeing them.
Gotcha.
Completely. Next up, Cameron Grant. I went out running this morning and listened to the first hour of the cast. I loved how you guys nerded out on the pit stick and toothpaste. Dow's story about using his lady's deodorant had me dying, but I was totally on your side, thinking, how in the hell are you going to do that to your lady? Fast forward to after my run and shower, getting ready in the dark so as not to wake the wifey. I realize I'm out of pit stick myself. a lot of expletives there. Welp, karma's a bitch, and now I hope she's not finding my armpit hairs on her deodorant in the morning.
Wow.
With the shh emoji.
Nice.
Side note, have you guys heard or seen the documentary Game Changers about professional athletes of all kinds going plant-based? Just something else to take in and get nerdy about. Have a great start to your week, fellas. Thank you for the early morning conversation. Cameron, appreciate you, dog. Thank you for coming through. I'm not sure if you've been in here before. I don't remember seeing you in here regularly, but if you have been in here before, I'm sorry. If you haven't, thank you for coming through for the first time, dog.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. JJ's Kicks. Damn, did y'all release Jay and replace him with alcohol? What's the haps? That was funny. JJ, that's funny. His name's JJ's.
Yeah.
Kicks.
Stringer, what are you doing with Alter Ego? Get out of here.
Kicks. I can't refer to you as JJ because he's JJ too. So Kicks, we did replace JJ. With alcohol for the last episode, but no, yeah, he had to leave the show, man. If you've been missing, he just had to go do his own thing, dude. He was doing his firefighter stuff, his EMT stuff. It was taking a bunch of time. It was his family was kind of pulling him in different directions. He just had a lot of other stuff he's going to do. And for where we want to take the show and where the time and effort and what energy that we need to put in, I just don't think he was going to be able to provide the same. And he kind of knew that, and that's just what it was.
Just didn't align.
Yep. This is what it was. Still a homie. GoldenEye up next. Actually, JJ, let me get some shots there. GoldenEye. I was already set to pass on the iPhone 11. Dow just made me change my mind.
All right.
Damn it! How in the hell? Damn, I wonder how you made him change the mind.
He must be seeing all my sick socials.
Oh no shit! He must have seen the back of those Yeezys, those clouds.
No pull tab.
Landon up next. Dal, it was much easier to deal with the ass whooping you gave me in the most underrated league when I won't have the DraftKings contest next week with the crying emoji. Dal, beat him down.
Got him.
In the most wait, I thought you said
Yeah, so I beat his ass in the most underrated league, and then he wiped all our asses.
Oh, that was last week.
Yeah,
okay,
last
okay.
week. Yep.
I was gonna say we just ran down your most underrated league.
No.
You need James Conner for 16 tonight. I know everything. What are you talking
That was
about?
last week. Yeah,
Last
there
week.
was. He had nowhere to run and nowhere to hide.
Gotcha. That was good shit. Landon actually. Yeah, so that was he took down the DraftKings 217 points.
And that's what he said. It was easier to swallow because he took that
Makes
down,
sense.
even though I gave him a ride.
Got it. Did you get those other pulled up? I got 3 left here.
I did.
All right, so Danny B. As far as cornhole rules go, the official way to play is the first to 21 wins, and it doesn't have to be exact. It's not basketball 21 or taps. I don't know what the hell taps is. You know taps?
I don't know taps.
Me either. When you go over, you go back down to 15. I ran into those house rules recently, and it wasn't as fun. The first team to reach 21 wins. That's how pros play.
Wow, you better go have some words with my pops then.
If and when there's some bags laying around, I'll throw 4-bagger daggers, and Dal can call me daddy.
Wow.
With the laughing, crying emoji.
You know what? I'm not going to tell this guy what you and I have coming,
Oh,
but
we got
just
some stuff
know
coming. We got some competition.
just know there's some competitions coming.
Just know there's some tish.
And you better be ready, man. You better back that up, dog, because we're coming for you.
There's some tish coming you guys' way. All I got to say is get your extra funds ready.
Yeah.
Get ready to fly to Denver.
Yeah.
You guys, we're about to have some tish on the channel, man.
Fire.
Competition going. It's going to be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. He finishes up here. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, Jalal, the most hidden man in podcast history, a.k.a. Wilson from Home Improvement.
Which we've
Isn't
said.
that what you guys said?
That's
There you
exactly what
are.
we said.
Do our followers know us or what?
Yeah.
Do our subscribers know us or what? Danny
Man.
B, always coming through with the heat. I love it, dog. Thank you. Give me another shot for that. Saint Skinner. Who else went back and watched the whole video again to boost the numbers? Another fire cast, fellas. Hey.
I love Saint Skinner, man. He was hitting me up on the DMs, giving me some updates. This guy
Supporting.
This guy messes with us heavy. I love this
Coolest
guy.
Cowboy fan I ever met.
Yeah.
Coolest cow.
They're rare.
I was going to say, I was not even going to take shots. I was going to say congrats, but I forgot they lost last night.
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
I didn't either.
You guys couldn't come out and beat Tedward Bridgewater III? Come on, guy. Come on. Anyway, Jacked and Juicy sequence, last one here. Prices for sneaker resale on the internet platforms are a scam, if you ask me. Don't know about in the U.S., but in Europe, nobody pays that much. That's crazy. I don't know. I can't speak to that. Yeah. I don't know if you know the resale game. Is there no resale game in Europe?
Wow.
You got to fill us in over here, Jacked and Juicy.
Jacked and
Because
Juicy.
in over here, people buy the shoes at retail and then sell them for a lot of money, and there's really no choice.
Yeah.
We don't have any. It's not really a scam. It's just what the market of the shoe is.
Yeah, I think GOAT and StockX work on European levels and sectors as well
Right.
now. So I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know what we mean here, Jacked and Juicy.
What do you got?
All right, I've got Mr. Blake P coming through saying first exclamation point. Volume low AF.
Yeah.
And then I think you actually replied. I can't see the reply.
Oh.
But I think you said something like,
Oh, you
hey,
can't see the reply?
well, no, because I took screenshots.
Oh, that's
I
right.
didn't take screenshots of the reply as well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Duh,
but I
duh.
think you basically
Yeah, just let 'em know.
said, hey,
we're getting a new
working
version
on it. We
uploaded
got it.
right now.
Don't worry. Let's see here. And then I have Michael Shannon coming through. Dal's haircut is insane with 3 exclamation points.
Dude, show him today.
Let's give him a little bed head / hat head.
I wanted you to roll with this for the whole show today. You took your hat off and you were like itching your head, and I was like, Dallas, what are you doing? Wear that hair for the entire show today.
Messy hair don't care.
And then I forgot about it. And damn it, I wish I wouldn't have forgot. That looks so great.
Does it look great?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it looks fire, guy. You should have gone to the wedding like that last week. You'd have been crushing it.
They would have hated me even more.
You'd have been dancing to some Lizzo with that hair.
Oh, wow.
Fire.
Oh, wow.
Killing him.
And we have Black Prez.
Yep.
Coming in saying, there's a bunch of background noise going on throughout the cast. This is what I mean. 138.06 and
We shouldn't even have read
212.44.
Are all these comments? I didn't even know. We shouldn't even have read these ones. Is there any more that are not complaining about the production issues?
Dan Pruitt coming through.
Yeah, Dan.
I like Dan.
What's up,
Oh,
Dan?
man. Robin holding somebody's balls comment. LMAO. Too funny, bro. Just rolling. Crying emoji. That's all I got.
I'll give Black Bears a shot too.
Yeah.
You know, I guess we shouldn't read the production values or the production
I think it's great.
comments, but
We're
anyway,
transparent here.
dude. Like I said, man, in there, I appreciate everyone that's rocking through these changes, man. You guys are still staying strong. For the people that are mad, I'm sorry. For people that want better, we're trying to get better. It's not like we're trying to do it bad, you know. But yeah, other than that, I think on that note, dude, let's get you to physical therapy.
I got to go get therapeutic.
And I think you're late already.
I am.
But on that note, episode 100, dude, live.
Oh yes,
live on Thursday.
So
we're gonna do the show live on Thursday.
Should we kind of plan a time now so people can obviously plan their lives around?
I think we should.
What do you want to shoot for?
I think we should just call it. What do you say, noon? Noon on Thursday, just so we can be safe.
Let's announce it after.
Prepared.
Let's do some planning and then let's announce it after.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be live on Thursday.
Live on Thursday.
We'll put it out on Twitter. We'll put it out on the socials. Let you guys know when to tune in live. If you want to comment,
we need you in there.
Yeah, man.
Comment real time,
and
social
like
media.
Yeah, just see how it goes. It'll be the first time we're doing it live. We're going to do it live for 100. And then our goal down the road is to consistently go live. We probably won't be live from episode 100 on, but the goal is to kind of get consistently. We want to do something special for episode 100. Yeah. All you guys that listen, that you want to be available to hear the live, you'll still get it on demand. You can still listen after the fact, all the same shit. But
send us a cake.
Send us a cake.
We'd love to have a cake.
That would be tough.
You know, I don't know what Jalal likes yet. He's still Wilson. You know, but a cake is always great.
I'm down for whatever. Just turn those noties on so when we go live.
Exactly. Turn your YouTube notification on for the channel, man. Hit the bell.
Get them bells.
So you guys get the notification. Then right when we go live, you're good to go.
So then you're not Hell's Bells.
Like chin hair. Hell's Bells.
Yeah.
I said chin hair this time. That's what I said last time. Swim chair.
Good man.
And on that note, man, I think that's about all. We'll see you fools live on Thursday.
Thursday.
Sick.